All right, everybody, and with that in mind, welcome to the final game of the preseason that we're calling. The Jaguars against the Dolphins. The Jaguars 0-1-1 this preseason, coming off that tie against the Saints. Not a lot of guys playing today for the Jaguars. Gonna give you the list of guys who are not playing. It is a lot. A lot of backups tonight. A lot of people not dressing. So, anyone that I'm about to say is not playing this game as UNLV just got an interception. They're in the red zone. Oh, man. Anyone I'm about to say is not playing this game for the Jaguars. Travis Etienne, Jordan Lewis, Tyson Campbell, Tank Bigsby, De'Ami Brown, Brian Thomas, Eli Pankol, Parker Washington, Travis Hunter, Pankol has an injury, so keep that in mind, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Thomas, Jerian Jones, Foye Oluokun, Caleb Ransaw, Eric Murray, Monteric Brown, Tudin, Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, Devon Hamilton, Jalen McLeod, Jume Daga, Dewan Smoot, Wyatt Millum, Patrick McCarry, Kalen Saunders, Austin Johnson, Cole Van Lanen, Walker Little, Robert Hainsey, Ezra Cleveland, Anton Harrison, Hunter Long, Brennan Strange, Johnny Munt, Emmanuel Ogba, Eric Armstead. All those guys are not playing tonight. It's a lot of guys. So there's going to be a lot of backups for the Jaguars. And if you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. Yeah, no starters pretty much. No starters. Cam Little is playing. Bengals full Seahawks. Yeah, the 3-yard line, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. The 3-yard line in the third quarter, I'm okay with that. But we got 31 all the Idaho State UNLV game right now, taking place on Mountain West Network. Completely free to watch that one. And we have a Jaguars Dolphins about to get underway in the Sunshine State down in Miami. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is Jaguar9. If you've never been to a JJ live stream before, how it works is like this. Fire one of the travel, any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation gets your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Who think wins this game, the Dolphins or the Jaguars for this one? And yeah, if you haven't seen today's video, Canada is in the United States. Canada is a state in the United States, which makes a ton of sense. If you haven't seen today's video, you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't seen today's video, yeah, Merrill Hodge, not the sharpest tool in the shed. I will put it that way. I'm gonna have Stanford, Hawaii on my big screen. I'm going to have Stanford, Hawaii on my big screen, and we will see what happens in that one. Momentum is magical thinking. And we'll see. I don't know, it depends. Barry Simmons saying UNLV makes the playoff this year. Yeah. Ugh. Not great. Not great, Bob. Not great. You probably said week 0 game to get some linear channel. Yeah, it was a late move to move to week 0, but still, you would think it would go on the air. It would. It would. All bags for Jacksonville. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much all bags for Jacksonville. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. I'm going to spin the wheel. We're going to see what song is 50% off. So keep in mind that every donation counts toward Make the Call. How many Sandwich game we're calling? This is the last day for this Make the Call. Last stream for this Make the Call. How many Sandwich game we're calling on Thursday? Will we have Boise, USF, ECU, NC State, Buffalo, Minnesota, or Delaware State, Delaware? Which one will we do? You're going to help me decide which one we are calling on that. Also, keep in mind that Every donation of $50 by any one person, I will sing any song you want me to on this karaoke list. I have a list of songs that I sing with a live band at karaoke, and I'll record it, I'll post it for $50, but for $25, I'll sing any song, or I'll sing the song on this list for 50% off, $25. The song of this stream is going to be... It is going to be 50% off, $25 gets you new song. Because someone already requested that song. That song is already being done. I'm recording that for Thursday. So, new song. So if you want to forget me, don't worry. I'm recording that on Thursday. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. We need a geography playlist. Yes, we do. Number one song of the day, Are You Surrounded by Merrill Hodge? Are You Surrounded by Merrill Hodge? I'm going to guess She Ain't Worth by Glenn Medeiros is my guess. She Ain't Worth by Glenn Medeiros. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World is the song. Don't You Forget About Me, I'm already doing that on Thursday. I got a request to do that one alongside Pour Some Sugar on Me, so we're doing those two already, hence why I skipped that one. But $25 from now until the end of the stream by any one person, I will do The Middle by Jimmy Eat World at karaoke. Great song. Great song. $25, I'll record that, post it on Twitter. Again, the wheel works in mysterious ways. Over 270 songs to choose from there. And $50 for any song that's on that list. I'll do any song you want me to, no matter what. As UNLV hurdles for a touchdown. Visual on Mariah Carey. Oh, man. Orgy hurdles for a touchdown, and UNLV leads 37-31. I don't think it's happening, folks. I wish it was. I don't think it's happening. We'll get this game away at Hard Rock in just a little bit. Again, the Jaguars have a lot of guys out. Devin Lloyd is dressing, but we feel like that's going to be just if they need bodies, if someone gets hurt. Yeah, Hawaii, Ohio, and Minnesota. Hawaii, not a part of the U.S. Canada's not a part of the U.S. Fantastic. Just, the geography is insane. I don't know how Merrill Hodge, especially because it was international. He was playing an international game. How do you not know that? Why do you wish you were not like UNLV? I love seeing FCS, FBS upsets. I love seeing when FCS school in a guarantee game wins against an FBS team. I have nothing against UNLV. I don't like Dan Mullen, but I always find it hysterical when that happens. We need to understand the assignment. They made it closer than I thought. It's so funny. I was literally going to do that Idaho State game if there was no Jaguars game. Give me a third option called Who Cares? It's the preseason. I just don't want anyone getting hurt. Don't want anyone getting hurt. Again, the Jaguars have no starters playing. I will show you the list. All these guys on this list right here are not playing. So we're going to see a lot of LaQuinn Allen tonight at least, which is good. But if you see a name on this list, they are not playing tonight for the Jaguars. You see a name on this list, they are not playing. That is a lot of guys. Nick Mullins is playing. Right, some FCS, that is true. Like North Dakota State, that's not an upset. North Dakota State's not an upset. But you know, a lot of people have them very high this year, going to Minneapolis, Ohio. Yep. Oh, it's not that everyone's against you. It's more that people want the upset. That's all it comes down to. Yeah, Idaho State is not, yeah. I mean, like, if you're talking like Kennesaw State, like, different story. Or like Missouri State or something like that. But this is a big FBS school. This is a big one. Trouble someone get injured or a high five on the sideline like a Jets quarterback. Yes. All right. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. We're going to start this game in just a little bit. Have the Red Sox saved their season? Yes. I wish they could play the Yankees every single day. That'd be nice for them. That'd be beneficial if they could play the Yankees all the time. Again, every donation counts. To make the call counts. Just triple to make the call. This is the last day to set on this game. Boise State, USF, ECU against NC State, Buffalo, Minnesota, or Delaware State, Delaware. After today, whichever game is in front is the game that we are going to do. You know, Canada is not part of the U.S. Merrill Hodge thought otherwise, though. Yeah, Volpe. Finesborough loves you as much as Boone loves Volpe. It's crazy. Dolphins starters are playing for a little bit, at least. The Jaguars, they play their starters the first two games. They're going to sit them today and not really take any chances on that front. Just want to get into the season fully healthy. Yeah, it's definitely true. Yeah, it was on the internet. It's definitely true. Do I think they were in serious trouble with the Baltimore loss? Yeah, to some extent. But I think of the way the rest of the AL is shaping up right now, I think the Royals will cool off in a little bit. No, not in serious trouble. I was like 50-50 on the miss of the playoffs or not. Depending on the Yankee series. I was like, wait till the Yankee series. like Vito did today. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You know, one's not bad for extra innings. One's not bad for extra innings. Exactly, Michael. There's the spirit. Will we make an error that costs them the playoffs? Well, they got to get to the playoffs first. I don't even know if that's true or not. They might not even get to the playoffs. They might not even get there. With the way they're playing right now, they might not even get there. All right, going to get this game underway in just a little bit. Final preseason game for both these teams. Jaguars open up their season against the Panthers in 2 weeks, when the games count. Today for the Jags is about evaluating the back end of the roster. Everyone's going to go into the season pretty healthy in terms of the key guys. Mason Smith is playing. So Mason Smith, the second-round pick from last year at LSU, he is playing. If we're starting the season on the PUP list. Is Cleveland team takes the spot? Yes, I think so. There you go, Michael. There you go. There you go. Tyreek Hill is not playing this game. He is in sweatpants. But a lot of the other starters are playing this one. We will see what happens here. The final preseason game of the year for both these teams. As Idaho State throws another interception. Oh, man. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening, unfortunately. If you wanted the upset, I don't think you're going to get it. I don't think you're going to get it. I think they're going to survive this one. Again, we do emojis in the chat. If you are a member, you can show us for other one of these teams with the emojis. We do have the Jaguars and the Finns in there. It was a good effort. Valiant effort. Jaguars going to get the ball to start. And here we go. Jaguars in the whites, Dolphins in the teal, the aqua. Let's get this game underway. Kickoff field at the goal line, taken out to the 10, 15, 20. Space to the 25 and brought down at the 30-yard line. And that'll be where Nick Mullins will take over again. No Trevor Lawrence this game. 53% you think the Dolphins win. And here we go. Yeah, I turned that game off. So Nick Mullins, be free agent. Yeah, they're going to get top 25 votes. Acquired to be the backup quarterback. Actually, excuse me. Mullins is active, but John Wolford's going to start. John Wolford's going to start this one. So I figure Wolford's going to go the first, Hennigan's going to go the second. Mullins is active, but he's not playing. So third string quarterback for the Jags. I'm not sure if he's making the roster. And he gets sacked right away at the 18-yard line. Loss of 12, brought down on the play by Bradley Chubb. I mean, this is going to be a bloodbath. The third string offense against Bradley Chubb. I mean, what do you even do with that? What do you even do? Yeah, I get that. Yeah, Javon Foster, former Missouri man, against Bradley Chubb. No, you're good, Base Doug. You're good on that one. Very good. 2nd and 19, ball to the 21-yard line. Trips to the top, one at the bottom. Plays flown dead beforehand. Again, I don't even know how many of these guys are making the roster for the Jaguars. False start, back it up 5 yards. Have we played each other preseason? Probably a while ago, but not anytime recently. He's something very wrong for the Jags if he plays the game and starts. I think Hennigan's better than Wolford. I'm not crazy about Wolford. So 2nd and 24. Again, these are the starters for the Finns. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is the third string for the Jaguars. A lot of these guys you see out there right now are not going to make the team. I see Dorian Singer as a starting wideout, trips to the top. I see in the backfield, look, Jaquindon Jackson, he's not making the team. I see lining up at wideout, Sean Bowman or tight end, he's not making the team. Wolford, screen pass, it's caught by JJ, and he breaks down to the 20, 25, and down to the 26. Nice effort there. Called a game of 10. Went through the drive-thru McDonald's lobby, so someone decided to go in there. Oh, jeez. Oh, it doesn't know where the toilet is. Fantastic. Another year of seeing me in despair that seemed to do anything useful. Again, this is the third string. We're not going to do anything. If we do something useful, I'd panic if I'm Miami. They send 5. Wolford stepping up, going to take off and run, and he's got the first down. How about that? John Wolford with a gain of 15. has legs, knows how to use them. How about that? First down, Jaguars. Wolford, the third stringer, blowing by Benito Jones, the nose tackle. You know, that's more than I thought we'd get against the first string with our third stringers. That's more than I thought. Wait, fourth and 10. Wait, no, that's a first down. Wait, why does it say fourth down? Wait. No, it's fourth and 1. He's short? Did I say it was short? No, he got the first. Yeah, measure that. He got the first. Something close. That's something close. Which you saw their first regular season game, Eagles Cowboys. I didn't think that was close. I thought for sure he got the first down. They're not showing a replay because it's a preseason broadcast. They're going to go for it at the 39-yard line. I thought for sure he got it, but apparently he was down to 39. Close, but no cigar. And here we go, QB sneak. And now he's got it. Been in Massachusetts, I have. For a Jaguars-Patriots game, I went back in 2017. Went for a preseason game. That was Keelan Cole, 96-yard touchdown. Maybe then he was out again. They're not showing a replay. Either way, first down Jaguars after the QB sneak at the 40-yard line. John Wolford, the former AAF quarterback. Former Rams quarterback. It's a Jacksonville native. Went to Bishop Kenny. One at the top of the screen, two at the bottom. Wolford in the gun. They're going to send 6. Got to get rid of it. Slam pass, and not even close on that one. Incomplete. Hits the ground, intended target there. Trenton Irwin. He's one of the few that is fighting for that number 5 spot. Sort of virtual measurement, yeah. He's one of the few that is fighting, that is playing in this one. Obviously, Parker Washington not playing today. Brian Thomas, Delmy Brown, Travis Hunter, they're all making the team as your wideouts. There's a battle for the 5 spot. Trenton Irwin, Austin Trammell. Probably the 2 favorites in that. Second down. Handoff, here it goes to Kevin Harris. Well, I think just joined the team earlier this week. He gets 1 yard, loses a yard on the play, I should say. Chubb on the stop. How's it going, Cujo? Why is Jacksonville Miami blacked out in Denver? That makes no sense. How long until virtual measurement sets game and causes outrage? Oh, it's going to involve the Lions in some capacity. Eli Manning, Amari Manning, the greatest throw catch combo in Super Bowl history. It's either that or Big Ben to Holmes. Third and 11. In the backfield here is Harris. Again, you figure he's not making the team. LaQuinn Allen is dressing just in case. So I'm not sure Allen's going to play. 1 at the top of the screen, 3 at the bottom. Wolford takes a snap in the gun. They send 4. Wolford has time. Going to fire middle of the field, and that's off the hands of his intended target. And now they'll have to punt the ball. Trenton Irwin. Had time. Had a clean pocket. Went off his hands, and Jaguars will be forced to punt. They got 1 first down on the drive, which is more than I thought they'd get. It was behind Irwin. It was behind him. Tesla should be wide receiver 4. Well, Tesla's going to be... I think Tesla's going to be in the top 3. I think Tesla's going to be wide receiver 3. Logan Cook on to punt, and this one fielded at the 8-yard line. Makes one miss to the 10, 15. Oh, he's got room to the 20. Brought down the 22-yard line. Tackle on the play. Made for the Jaguars by DeAndre Prince. Former Ole Miss guy. Well, the 22. After the punt return on the play by Malik Washington. Dolphins ball just outside the 20 when we get back. The Jaguars get 1 first down, but that is all they get. And when you look at this roster for the Jaguars, how many points were given the Broncos allowed since Miami disaster game? Well, they had like a top 10 defense the second half of the 2023 season. They were good in 24 as well. Yeah, they've been really good. If you look at the guys on the offensive line for the Jaguars, you've got a whopping 8 players not playing. You figure each team keeps 8 guys on the offensive line, maybe 9. Edaga, Millam, Makari, Van Lanen, Little, Hainsey, Cleveland, Harrison, all not playing. You figure if you keep 9, and I would assume they will keep 9, that Monheim is your 9. Jonah Monheim is going to be the 9, and other than that, none of these other guys are making the team. The 7th round pick out of USC, they like him a lot. He'll make the team. He's dressing today. But you figure the offensive line set. Everyone else on the offensive line that you're seeing today, Unless you see number 60, probably not making the team. How like Cohen so far? I like him a lot. He holds the guys accountable. They use motion. They were dead last year in motion and crossers and all that. They actually play to their strengths based on what I've seen from the ones. Trevor Lawrence looks improved in terms of just his footwork. His mechanics look better. So far I like him. Now in terms of in-game management, I guess we'll find out. But I like what I've seen so far. He seems to want to coach, which is more than Doug Peterson did. Like, the bar is on the ground. Well, Dolphins 12-22. Again, if you're looking for Jaguars defenders, a lot of them not playing today. Dolphins are going to play their stars to start, though, so just keep that in mind. Your Red Sox win again. What are they, 9-1 now against the Yankees? 8-1? It's something ridiculous. Something insane. In terms of the secondary, the top four corners on the Jaguars all out. Jordan Lewis, Tyson Campbell, Travis Hunter, and Jerrion Jones all not playing this game. Darnell Savage is, though. He is fighting for a roster spot. Been a major disappointment since being acquired last year in free agency from the Packers. He is playing. He is dressing. And here we go. Again, every donation counts triple if it happens during the game. Toward you make the call. I'm going to decide which game we're calling. And I have no idea if we're doing overtime tonight. If we are, I have to be out by 8 o'clock my time. So 11 o'clock Eastern time. So just something to keep in mind. Might not be doing it. But here we go. First down, the 23-yard line after the punt return. Man in motion is Washington. Play action. The bubble screen to Washington is caught. Has a blocker to the 30 and down to 33. But flags fly. And this one should be coming back. Wonder how he got that hole. Why he couldn't make the tackle right away? Yeah. I think that's why. Back it up 10 yards. First and 20. Right, Cecil, yes. I got him as an undrafted free agent in my rookie league. An eligible man downfield is the call. Redo the down. First and 15. Again, these are the starters for Miami. These are anything but that for Jacksonville. A lot of these guys you see out there right now are not going to make the team or are fighting for a roster spot. See Muma and Kaiser starting at linebacker. Prince at corner. He might make it on special teams. Lane is out there, but he'll make it on special teams. Not going to make it off of his defensive abilities, you don't think. One at the top of the screen, two at the bottom. Ball the 18-yard line, two in the gun. Tua takes a snap. They send Muma on a blitz. Tip to the line and incomplete. Nice job there by Chad Muma. Yeah, the suit tomorrow will be insane. We're going to be on the call for that game. Second and 15. Nice job there by Muma. Had a free rush. Brings up second down. Two at the bottom of the screen. Jags showing 6 in the box. Tua. Running back in motion. Takes a snap. They send 4. Curl route caught by Washington. Breaks the tackle by Muma. Brought down the 26-yard line by Lane. The late round draft pick out of Navy. Brings up 3rd and 7. UNLV had the lead, and then I don't see through 2 interceptions. I don't know what happened after that. Last Jags game of the season. Yep, last one of the season. Third and 7. And Jaguars not playing their defensive line tonight, or their corners, or anyone like that. Mason Smith is going to play a little bit today. Empty backfield here for Tua. Take the snap. They're going to send 3. Tua stepping up. He's going to get sacked on the play at the 24-yard line. And it is Danny Strigo. We've called him a few times this preseason, the undrafted free agent. And how about that? The third stringers on Jacksonville against the first stringers on Miami not only force a 3 and out, but dominate on the offensive line. The defensive line, I should say. They dominate Miami's offensive line there. The Jaguars fired up. Campanelli fired up as well. He's always fired up, but he's especially fired up for that. 3 and out. Dolphins punt. Fair catch made at the 23-yard line by Dorian Singer. Wow. I don't know what to say. This is way better than I thought this game was going to go. The ones against our threes. None of these guys are making the team. Very few of these guys. And none of them are starting. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. Strigo looks good. You know, Strigo... He's looked alright this preseason. Strigo's actually looked alright. There might be a spot for him on the roster. Bench starts now if I'm able to try to salvage our confidence. You can't do that. You play with third... You know, these are the starters for the... This is the third string O-line for the Dolphins. This is the first string O-line. These are their ones. This is not Tua with the third string O-line. This is our third string against Miami's first. This is not dumb decision. This is not Tua's third string offensive line. You know, Tua's playing. He's done nothing so far. Jags going to AFC Championship? We'll see. I highly doubt that. You know, Tua playing with third string O-line, that's a dumb decision. This is all the ones for Miami, minus Tyreek Hill. Yeah, this is the starting O-line. And the Jaguars got a tip pass and a sack against guys that are not making the team. Or if they do, they're going to be... This is their first. This is their first string. Against undrafted free agents, guys are going to be healthy scratches and practice squad guys. I like Strigo a lot. He's had a decent preseason so far. I like him more than Miles Cole. Boxing turn in Netflix for Canelo Crawford. Hopefully it goes better than the Jake Paul fight where no one knew what to do. Oh my god, I didn't know about that. Wow. The bus exit? Oh, that's awful. That is awful. Man. Well, I need to get him the reps. Jags had a run in 2017 after the hyped up 2016 year. 25 could be the same. Yeah, hyped up in 24 to some extent. I wasn't high on them in 24. But a year late to the party? We'll see. Drive number 2 here for the Jaguars. Texans, not yet. Doing a Jaguars game? Yeah, it's preseason only. Only preseason. We don't do regular season, just preseason. Because, like, there's no pressure. Again, none of our guys are playing. We have so many scratches today. It's our third string. Regular season, we don't do. Regular season, no way. Offensive line, they drank something. I don't know what they drank, but I'd be concerned if I was in Miami. These are none of our starters. Or backups. These are third stringers. I cannot emphasize that enough. Our second stringers are all out. Like, Walker and Hines Allen are the top defensive ends. They're out. Ogba and Smoot back him up. They're both out tonight, so. 3 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Play action. Wolford rolling out. Fires to the sideline. It's caught. And Singer down to the 29-yard line. Thrown down the play by Elijah Campbell. Call a gain of, I won't say 6. 2nd and 4. See a mix of the 1s and the 2s out there defensively for Miami. It's defensive. Oh, true. Yeah. I see a mix of the 1s and the 2s right now for Miami. Ever do a video about instant involvement in the bus? Team bus? I believe so. I don't know if that was 2010 or 2014, but yes, I did. 1 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Wolford under center. They give up the middle. Nice cut. First down to the 35. Trucks ahead to the 40-yard line. It's Jaquindon Jackson. Now, the Jaguars have 4 running backs, and all 4 running backs, Liam Cohen likes, although he did say it's going to be very hard to keep 4, so we don't know who's going to trade in and whatnot, how this is going to work out. But LaQuinn Allen, Tudin, Bigsby, ETN. You figure none of them are playing tonight. Allen's dressed just in case something happens, but he's not going to be playing. ETN, Bigsby, Tudin didn't even dress. Jackson, trying to find a home with a different team or on the practice squad. Especially if the Jags trade one of their backs, whether it be ETN or Bigsby. Wolford stepping up the pocket, even take off and run for the first down. I think he slid just short. I don't think he got it. It's close. Well, that's a favorable spot. They're going to give it to him. They're giving it to him. He got the first. They're giving him the favorable spot. Thought he slid just a hair before, but not going to matter. Wolford for the second time today. Big run up the middle. I see KJ Britt playing for the Finns. I see Elijah Campbell. I see Benito Jones, so there are starters out there. I do see Benito Jones. It's a mix of the 1s and the 2s. It's a mix of the 1s and the 2s. Jags were saying from Daly's place, well, the Wi-Fi would suck. The Wi-Fi sucks in that stadium. 1 on the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. So unless you like lag. Man in motion here is Trammell. They give to Trammell on the end around to the 45 and out of bounds right around there. Gain of 6. They do like calling the play. They've called the jet sweep and the end arounds a lot this preseason, trying to get that wrinkle of their offense in there. I haven't seen the Jaguars do a whole lot of that under previous regimes, but a nice jet sweep there. And a nice block as well. Irwin on the second level. Yeah, for third stringers, yeah, this is... You know, I live in Arizona. Yeah, I live in Arizona. I was going to say. I do see Judon out there. Again, these are starters. I know Jack can call the Canelo fight. That'd be fun. No, Neil was here last night. Neil was literally here last night. One on top of the screen, two at the bottom. 2nd and 4, handoff here to Jackson, and muscle ahead for a gain of 2, maybe 3. Wolford landed the third string somewhere. I don't think so. I don't think so. The one I want to see is Hennigan. Hennigan would be very interesting. Kuchar with 2 with 799 ply, switching around armor, place 99 Miami, 98 Denver. All right, we'll do that. I'll get you on Boise. Appreciate you, man. Right, between quarters. Yes, between quarters. We're going to do that. We will do that between quarters. Appreciate you, man. Put $2 to that game. 3rd and 1, high snap. And that's going to end that drive. Wolford just has to fall on that one. And from 3rd and 1, it becomes 4th and 58,000 about. Oh, disappointing end to that drive. Called a loss of 23. And the snap on that one. Couldn't make out who it was. Either way, Jags gonna have to punt. On 4th and forever. 4th and 24. Florida LAU, yeah, you're gonna get bottom of the barrel. You get box up pay-per-view, that's how you're gonna get me to watch it. Me too. Punt field for 6 to the 10 and brought down at the 19-yard line. Yeah, gotta know if the Broncos go 3 people, LAU don't retire. Yeah. It's an interesting hypothetical. Yeah, that was a bad snap. That was a really bad snap. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still no score in this one. Wolford most forgotten starting quarterback in playoff history. Yeah, he's up there. He's definitely up there. And if you ask people who, like, did John Wolford start a game, they would never think that. They would never think that. The Dolphins ball the 18-yard line. Too bad. That was a good drive, too, against the ones. That was against the ones. We were moving the ball until a bad snap derailed everything. Man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. That would have been nice to do it against their ones. Udinski's calling the plays for this game. Keep that in mind. And appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Yeah, Chet Pennington was a solid quarterback. A bit of a noodle arm, but obviously with injuries, who knows how good he could have been. Indy versus Tampa? Ooh. No, I think the Rams still come out of the NFC in the simulator. But, I mean, they love the gray show and turf in that simulator. But the Colts, they do love Peyton Manning. I could see Indy in that simulator. But I'd be surprised if it's anything but the Rams in the simulator. When we do that, we'll submit in between the quarters. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like, we see folks hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Dolphins stars went 3 and out the first drive. See what they do on drive number 2. We got emojis in the chat here. It shows for either one of these teams. Tua's coming back out there. Second chance. Second chance for the Dolphins starters against these third stringers. Can the Jaguars do it again? They forced a 3 and out last time. And we got 5 Jags emojis. Well, we always had 1. And then Jaguars are always going to give it a bit more. Packers are beating the Rams in 21 NFC Championship if they won against the Niners. I would say yes. I would say yes. Ball at the 19-yard line. It looks relatively similar split, yeah. Hand off here on the side, bouncing out. Nice run to the 24-yard line. It's Ollie Gordon. Call it a gain of 6. Brings up, or gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. You wouldn't think, as long as you know if he doesn't turn over, they should win. You wouldn't think you have to say that late in the 4th quarter against an FCS opponent in a guarantee game. Yeah, AFC would have been insane that year. AFC would have been just bonkers. You know, the Hernandez situation. I remember when that played out live. That was wild. 2nd and 5. 6 in the box for the Jaguars. 7 in the box now. 2 in the pistol. 1 at the top of the screen. 2 at the bottom. Tight end in motion. It's Pharaoh Brown. Line up as a blocker. 2 a low snap recovers, though. They send 4. 2 steps up. He gets sacked again! Danny Strigow! And BJ Green. We've called his name a lot, too. That's the 2nd time today 2 has gone down. These are the starters, by the way. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is the starting offensive line for Miami against 3rd stringers. Green and Strigo. I think Green's going to make the team. Strigo's going to make the practice squad. 2 sacks already. And a batted pass at the line. 3rd and 10. It was a solid game. And that's behind him. Back-to-back 3 and outs. The Dolphins do not have a first down yet. They look rattled, out of sorts, against guys who are not making the team. I don't believe this. I honestly don't believe this. Yeah, Tua's going to get slaughtered this year behind this offensive line. Fielded at the 26-yard line by Singer. Singer tries to bounce outside, and he'll be thrown down at the 27-yard line. I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't even know what to say. This is concerning. This is one of those red flags. Like, you know, preseason, it's not really like about wins and losses, but obviously it doesn't matter if the Dolphins were to lose this game. It does, like, if the Jaguars were to lose this game, they could lose 52-0. I wouldn't have a red flag. This is a red flag for the Dolphins. This is a red flag. Most dominant bracket side. Ooh. No, you did not tell me what happened. Most dominant bracket side. Man. $11 NFC is pretty loaded. 11 NFC. You got San Fran. You got New Orleans, who was very good that year. Obviously, Green Bay. The Giants made the Super Bowl. I think 11 NFC is a good pick. You had some good ones. 73 AFC and 95 NFC. 11 NFC was loaded. 11 NFC was completely loaded. Yeah, a wild one. So, yes. Rebels got the win, but man. Police barricade couldn't get to my problem until 4 in the morning. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. That's insane. Willis goes the first 4-team MVP this season. I'm going to say 50-50. It's either her or Alyssa Thomas. I think Thomas wins MVP. Yo, Josh Jacobs made class chemistry. Yes, a hobo. That was great. That was great. Finn's get Arch. He's not coming out this year. He's not coming out this year. Boys, it's still going to be the Group of 5 rep. This is not a good sign for UNLV. No, it's not. No, it's not a good sign for UNLV. It's early, but that's not a good sign. I don't know what Boise is going to do. I don't know. Tulane's also not Louisiana, but Louisiana, I think they can't afford to lose more than 1 game. Hopefully, Idaho State enjoy the trip to Vegas on $500K guarantee. Yep. Right, yeah, Falcons were a 5 that year. Yeah, Falcons were a 5. Lions, I was some of that. Oh, yes. I love that. Yeah, I mean, that the NFC was loaded that year. The NFC was loaded that year. Over on our 2 makes it to midseason, so 9 games played. I'm going to say over on that. 04 NFC. I can't even say that with a straight face. I can't even say 04 NFC with a straight face. Lady Fainer husband's arm from the Heat in front of Planet Hollywood. Oh, my God. You know, the Heat's no joke. Heat is no joke. He did the right thing going in against security. He did the right thing on that one. 76, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. Yeah, 11 was legit Eli. Yeah, Eli played well in 11. Eli played very well in 2011. He was like, you could say he was top 5 quarterback that year. I'm not going to fight you on that one. To the top screen, 1 the bottom. Wolford, drive number 3, stepping up, flag on the play. It's coming back for holding. Slides down the 31-yard line, but this one's coming back. You're going to go John World, see about Jose 1. Yep. I think we all were. Even though they won, I'm not happy. Oh, I don't blame you. I mean, this should have been a much easier win for UNLV. It should have been a much easier win. It's actually not holding its illegal hands to the face, but either way, it's against the Jaguars. And the center who made that snap, that high snap, was Jerome Carvin. He's not making the team. Jerome Carvin is not making the team. It's not Monheim. I don't even see Monheim out there. Monheim's not playing. Right now, the 5 guys on the offensive line, Foster is the only guy that could make it, and he'd be practice squad is my guess. Like, none of these guys on the line are making the 53. Yeah, moral loss, yeah. 1st and 20. All the 17 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Wolford, quick little screen pass, it's caught. Breaks 1 tackle to the 25 and brought down the 28-yard line. I do see Benito Jones up there. These are still some of their starters. Called a gain of 8. Weakest AFC and NFC side. NFC, I'm gonna say NFC. I'm gonna go with 2004. Besides the Eagles, who else was there? Who else was there in 04 in the NFC? Scobie, yes, it is Scobie. And then AFC 2000. That's not a bad play. Yeah, 2000. That's not a bad play for the AFC. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. They give to the side and call it a gain of 1 for Kevin Harris. He does look a bit lethargic, Harris. All right, you gotta get scared of that one. Giants made. I say no. No, the Giants were. It's not like 86-90. So the Giants, they didn't win a playoff game in 08, 09, 2010. 09, they were not that good. 2010, 89. Oh yeah, 89. Oh yeah, 89 AFC. That was actually very obvious. 89 AFC. Yeah. Bills made offer for Micah Parsons. I don't think they're going to get him. I think Jerry's too stubborn. I think they're going to get it done. 3rd and 9. They send 5, and Wolford, he's a dead duck. He's a dead duck on that one. Throw down the 21-yard line. Assembly police. Oh, yeah. And Jalen Phillips on the stop. Willie Gay as well. Watching that one cover in the middle of the field. Bradley Chubb in there. And these are the 3s against the 1s. It's going about as well as you expect. None of these guys are making it. The guy that got blown up on the play for the Jaguars was Ricky Lee. He's not making it. Punt here out of bounds, and not the best punt by Cook, but how does John Wolford still leave? That's a good question. That's a good question. But flag on the play. Dolphin ball. Will they? I want to keep the stars out there. Terrell Davis with a kickoff return with the hit on the kickoff. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how he made the team. And with that hit on the kickoff. I'm assuming that's the story you're talking about. That's how a lot of these guys make it, is based on that. I mean, I lived there, yeah. I lived there the first 18 years of my life. Todd Downey, that's a great question. I don't know how he's still in the league. Yeah, if Parsons sits out, he'll get money on streaming at least. And they are going to... I think the stars are still out there. The stars are still out there. Jalen Waddle, Washington, Tua, drive number 3. The first 2 drives, 3 and out. Amazingly enough. Here we go. They're keeping the starters in. Ball the 39-yard line after the penalty. Man in motion is Washington. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Tua. Crawl route. Caught. Down to the 47-yard line. By Jalen Waddle. Gain of, I will say 8. Connor for 13 months. I appreciate you. Could Schwarber win MVP? At least Otani gets first MVP that's a unanimous vote. Yeah, I think so. Schwarber's gonna put up a fight. I think Otani wins MVP, but Schwarber's gonna get some votes. If Cowboys start on to a Jones cave, I think his ego is gonna get the best of him. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Sports Talk. I'm with you on that one. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Man in motion is the tight end. Two-way hands it off up the middle, and finally the Dolphins get a first down. Took them 15 minutes. Miles calling the stop. Gain a 3 up the middle. And no score so far. No injuries, no score. Well, for the Jaguars, I think Gordon's limping. Ollie Gordon is limping a little bit. Coming to the sideline. We go to the second quarter. Nothing to score. Yeah, they'll find a way. They're the Brewers. They always find a way. All right. Let's sim this. All right, so we're going Broncos, Jaguars, sim in the playoffs in that season. Jaguars beat the Broncos. All right, so Jaguars beat the Broncos. That is the 98 team, by the way. That is the 98 team. It's not 62-7 at least. Elway, 5 for 18. Oof, man. 5 for 18. Okay, so Jaguars win that one. Titans, 99. Changed that to the Colts from 99. What if sports? Colts win that one. Colts win. So now we got Colts, Jaguars. And we are going with Jaguars in the Super Bowl in that. Jaguars in the Super Bowl in that one. All right, now we go to the NFC side of the bracket. Vikings, Rams. Greatest show on turf wins that one, no surprises. We go Tampa, Washington. Oops, wrong thing. Not that. Washington with the win there. Against the Rams. Rams dominate. I mean, I know that the sim will have the Rams winning this one. They will have the Rams winning this one. Choose Stadium. Georgia Dome. Rams going to win this one a bloodbath, I think. Yeah. There you go. 33-3. Ever go from the cold AC to your house with the hot weather? It's like a massive headache? Yep. Disney definitely not massive headache, but it is a bit of an experience. I'm not surprised by that score at all. 30-0. Jacks get a field goal. From 4-score into a 4-score game. I don't get that, but yeah, I'm not surprised with that result. I'm not surprised. But yeah, Rams still win even in that one. Yeah, they were a beast. The simulator loves the 99 Rams, and I get it. All right, second quarter, 1st and 10. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, also it's on the channel. We have emojis in the chat shows for either one of these teams. All good, Cujo. Appreciate the donation. Dolphins backup quarterback is Zach Wilson. It is Zach Wilson. But the starter's still out there. Gordon is out there, which is good to see. Gordon was limping off at the very end of that, but he's fine. Second quarter, tight end in motion. The give by Tua, handoff to the side and down to the 46-yard line. Goes Gordon, brought down on the play by Branson Combs, the undrafted rookie. On the halfback stretch play. I got the bot, don't worry. Greatest Pro Bowl history? I would say yes. Dolphins in plus territory for the first time today. 2nd and 6. Bunched up, one the top, one the bottom. 2 under center. Play action. Looking for some space. Hit as he throws. Deep shot, incomplete. Intended target on the play was D. Eskridge. 3rd and 6. Jay's Brewers were the ultimate. You never believed in the World Series? Yep. 100%. Did they figure out Mike McDaniel's offensive week? A little bit. I definitely think a little bit. It's more they have no offensive line. I think it's more the creativity is there. They just have no offensive line. 3rd and 6. Empty backfield here. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Tua, Jaguars have 4 on the line. They've gotten 2 sacks already today. Tua takes the snap. Looking for his first read. Out route. Incomplete. Incomplete. Looking for Tanner Connor. The Dolphins, assuming they don't go for it here, 3 drives, 1 first down. Are they leaving the offense? They're going to leave the offense out there. They're going to leave the offense out there. Going for it on 4th down. Trying to get something here. Just any sort of life, any sign of life for Miami against the Jaguars' 3rd stringers. These are their ones. 4th and 6. Tua. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, in the gun. Jaguars showing blitz. They have 5 on the line. They're going to send the house. They send 6. Quick throw, middle of the field, and caught at the 39-yard line. Malik Washington over the middle of the field. First down. Gain of 7. If I ran the Dolphins, what am I doing? Well, I would have fired Greer and McDaniel last year. I would have fired him last year after all the talk that came out from the locker room. Never seen a team crash out like this in the preseason. This is a bit alarming. It's a bit alarming, but first down the 39-yard line, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. 2 under center. Receiver in motion here is Westbrook Akine, the former tight end. The handoff stretch play. Cuts upfield to the 35, to the 30. Brought down at the... I think he's just shy of the 29-yard line. Called a gain of 9. Goes like Josh McDaniels. 2nd and 1. Brought down on the play by Jordan Jefferson, who I think his roster spot was all but solidified as to not making it after the Kalen Saunders trade, and with Austin Johnson not playing tonight. So 5 defensive tackles for the Jaguars, or excuse me, 4 defensive tackles not playing tonight for Jacksonville, as well as 5 defensive ends. In the pistol here, 2 at the top. Receiver in motion, 2nd and 1, stretch play. And he's got the first down, muscling ahead to the 25-yard line. Miles Cole on the stop. Cameron Silman Craig coming in there to clean things up as well, number 32. And Mike Lloyd. Well, Mike Lloyd was getting a chance behind the best offensive line ever. Mike Lloyd was terrible. And Mason Smith is out there for the Jaguars. Mason Smith, team's 2nd-round pick last year, out of LSU. 1st and 10, just outside the red zone at the 25-yard line. Ollie Gordon in the backfield, in the pistol, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Tua takes the snap. Play action. Pressure, gets riven in the flat, caught by Washington. Nice juke move over movement to the 15-10, 5 touchdown. Chad Muma juked out of his shoes. His roster spot's in jeopardy. And the Dolphins at least get a touchdown against the Jaguars' 3rd stringers. They at least find the end zone. And Chad Muma, man. Open field tackle, can't make it, and Muma's roster spot's been in jeopardy for a while, and I don't think that's helping, especially after Jack Kaiser got drafted. I figure if the Jags keep 6 linebackers, you feel like it's going to be... You just don't know if Muma's going to make it. Or if they keep 5, you just don't know if he's going to make it. Needs to trade for anticipation. They're going to line to go for 2. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Tua takes it, play action, looks in the flat, open, bobbled, and then eventually caught. And got control inbounds. Pharaoh Brown, 8-0 Miami. So not a good drive for Chad Moon, but finally the Dolphins score. And it's 8-0 Dolphins. I figure that's going to be it for Tua. And the ones... Those weren't all the ones there for Miami, but obviously there were a lot of ones out there. They got the 4th down conversion. Kept the drive alive. And obviously Chad Muma, not a great sequence there for him. Bad miss on the open field, and you figure he's not making the team. You figure he's probably not making the team. Foye, Lloyd, Miller, Gardeck, potentially, Kaiser. That's probably your 5. It might have been the Stars play 3 quarters in Game 3 of the preseason. Yeah, well, now Game 3 is Game 4. Game 3 is the new Game 4. Best autograph lid for the Fins. Oh, for me, it's not even close. For me, it's not even close. We got Mercury Morris. We got Mercury. Such a clean signature, too. Rest in peace. Mercury Morris. The old school logo. Mercury Morris. That's the best lid. That's my best. I see we got a tour as well while that was taking place. I see we got a tour from Joshua Rayborn. Appreciate you, man. Was everyone inside? No. No. If I was, I have no recollection because I was 4. Does Sanders make the roster? Yes. Yes, he'll make the roster. Which game do you want, Joshua? They already said they're going to keep 4. Sanders seemed pretty confident about making the roster. I don't know why you would draft him if you're not going to have him on the roster. My theory with the Browns is that if they're in the mix, their 1 is Flacco and their 2 is Pickett. If they're not in the mix, yeah, it's Scobie jersey. It is. If they're not in the mix, the 1 is going to be Gabriel or Sanders. 2 will be whoever is not starting. So, yeah, Sanders will make the team. While you doing Stepper, that's a great name. Oh, that's a phenomenal name. Which game do you want, Joshua? Appreciate you, man. I'll get you on the call. Which game do you want me to do? Miami over under 8.5. Take the under? 8.5? No, take the over. They just need to score one more time. Kickoff returns to the 30. 35 breaks a tackle and brought down the 39-yard line. Chandler Brayboy. 2 goals, 1 cup. That is another phenomenal name. But let me know which game you want, Joshua. We'll get you on the call for it. Appreciate you a ton. $12-21 Jags team? No, I'll be back in New York. I'll be back in New York for the holidays. Boise, all right? Get you on Boise. Appreciate you, man. Oh, 8.5 wins? Oh. Scobie auto? I don't think I do. I don't think I have a Scobie. Do I have a... I don't think I have a Scobie auto. I have a jersey. I have an auto jersey, but not an auto helmet. I have an auto jersey, not an auto helmet. Hand off here down to the 47-yard line. 2nd and about 2 coming up. Under green and Daytona. Nice. Profile picture is a Waddle jersey. I love that. I love that. Glad to have Brian and Bucky. I don't have that broadcast. I have the Dolphins broadcast, unfortunately. Yeah, 8.5 wins. I'm taking the under. Taking the under. Yeah, I have a Scobie auto jersey, but I don't have an auto helmet. It's right next to the seats I have at the old stadium for the Jaguars. Some motion here beforehand. Yeah, we got to figure out something. Depends how the Jags are playing. We might suck, in which case I don't think we're going to win that game. We're terrible on the West Coast. But last time we were in Denver, we did win, so. Back it up 5 yards. Ooh. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. We will see about that. 2nd and 6. Few preset penalties on Jacksonville, but again, this offensive line, makeshift offensive line, none of these guys are making the team. They're out there right now. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Wolford takes a snap. They send 4 off his back foot. Low throw, but caught, despite no velocity on that one, and brought down to 45. Won a late hit afterwards. Story and Singers got shot at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 4. Hennigan is the quarterback, actually. Seth Hennigan is now a quarterback. Wolford's done. So Seth Hennigan going to take the Jaguars the rest of the way, the undrafted rookie out of Memphis. What pizza am I getting this evening? I'm not getting pizza. I'm not getting pizza. I had a lot of pizza in Disney. I still don't have my car, so I'm not getting any pizza this evening. I'm going to make tomorrow in all likelihood. But I'm not getting anything tonight. One at the top of the screen, two at the bottom. Hennigan audible on the play. 5 minutes gone in the second. Hennigan takes the snap. They send 4. Hennigan, pump fake, out route, caught, first down at the 49-yard line. Hennigan threw the interception last game against the Saints when they were in field goal range. That cost him a chance at winning. Catching the play there made by Austin Trammell. Fighting with Irwin and potentially Singer. I would assume it's between Irwin and Trammell for the 5 spot. That's for a bonus jersey. Most lucky team baseball, the Marlins. I think D-backs are pretty unlucky. With how many injuries they've gotten. Ball at the 49-yard line. John Copenhaver in motion. The undrafted rookie. The give up the middle. Nice cut to the 45. Muscles ahead to the 40-yard line. First down. It's Kevin Harris. Gain of 11. A Cujo autograph Broncos helmet. Got negative value. A Danny Dimes Colts jersey. I don't think Colts fans want to be caught wearing a Danny Dimes Colts jersey. Orioles down 5 on the middle of the first, 5-5 on the bottom of the second. Oh, it's one of those games. One of those games. Frank Gore Jr. rushing touchdown. I feel old. I feel old at that point. First down, the 40-yard line. Well, in games, yeah. In games, different story, yeah. Under center, her 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom for Hennigan. Changing the play, 5 on the clock. Harris in the backfield. Gets it off. Play action. Harris. Hennigan. Tight end screen. Breaks the tackle. Muscles ahead to the 34. Patrick Herbert. Call a gain of 7. The result would be 227. Yes, it would be. Nice tight end screen there. And Herbert making a few men miss. Again, 3 tight ends for the Jaguars, all out. Brendan Strange, Johnny Munt, Hunter Long. They've all solidified themselves on the roster. If they keep 4, they're between Quinn and Morris, who's the favorite right now. Packers over 10 wins. Oh, man, that's right on the money. That's right on the money for them. I'm inclined to go under. Got to get it off here. Call timeout. Call timeout. We'll call timeout. They weren't going to get off. Too many men motion. Too many men were in motion. Cohen got the timeout in before the flag. I'm assuming he did. Hawaii. Yep, the question is if the quarterback stepped out of bounds before that, but I don't think he did. Yeah, touchdown Stanford. So timeout on the field. Jags will have 2 left. When we get back in the swing. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Again, we do have emojis in the chat for the Dolphins and for the Fins. And the Jaguars, I should say. The Jags and the Fins is what I meant to say. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Mr. Jaguars rant? No, but if I was a Dolphins fan, I'd be ranting about how bad the offensive line is. The rant right now is, I can't believe our defense forced 2 3-and-outs against the Dolphins' first stringers, and Chad Muma sucks. So the shop, I think Spring shut down. I think the shop is still around, but it might have shut down. I know that Grossi used Spring and had some issues with it. I think I have to change shops. So I'm going to work on that for the holiday season. Have a headache from the UNLV game? I don't blame you. Want Gabe Davis back? No. If you watched him last year, you do not want Gabe Davis back, I promise you. You do not want Gabe Davis back. He would be a negative. He would be a negative for your team. Gabe Davis cannot play in this league. He has no separation, he has no speed, he has no hands. Gabe Davis sucks. And no one should sign him. No one in their right mind should sign him. Every donation counts as triple to make the call. How to decide which game we're calling. Right now, Boise, South Florida seems to run away with things, but donations can change that. This is the final day to vote for this. You make the call. How's it going, kid in games and jams? Appreciate you tuning in for this one. Hey, indeed. Appreciate you being here, man. And if you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. We talked about a Steelers running back, Merrill Hodge, who thought that Canada was a part of the United States. Because that makes total sense. They were playing a game internationally. Give you a surprise. Josh Allen throwing the ball in the 13th game. Yes. Gabe Davis living off one game. He has milked one game into 5 extra years of playing. It's actually kind of impressive. Never has a player milked one game into that long of a career. Doing nothing else outside of that. 3 at the top of the screen. Not even Matt Flynn could do that. Wide out in motion. They try the end around. The end around has always worked. Cameraman loses bearings for the Finns, and down to the 24 goes Trammell. I think Trammell's got the spot of Irwin. Now, I will say this. We've called the end around a few times this preseason. Jet sweep, end arounds. They've all worked. Every single one has worked. I'll be interested to see what happens during the regular season with that, because we do like calling that with Cohen. Yeah, the Gabe Davis slider, it's the truth. He was so bad. Most hated ex-Jaguar player ever? Ooh. Chris Clemens, Matt Turk, Rashad Green, handoff up the middle to Harris, nothing doing. Second down. Hugh Douglas, Aaron Ross. You got a few options there. I might go... Man. Gabe Davis is not a bad pick. Matt Turk, he was so bad for us. He shanked so many punts. Cost us a game against Cincy. Basically, he had a punt inside his... Chason, no. Chason wouldn't be there. CJ Henderson's up there, though. He had a punt against the Bengals that gave the Bengals the ball in the red zone. Like, that's how bad it was. Hennigan, out route, incomplete, miscommunication. And I don't mean that they returned the punt and it went into the red zone. I mean the punt was so bad in I believe it was a tie game in the fourth quarter, that the Bengals started the drive in the red zone. He also had the punt against Carolina. He was so bad. He played 5 games for us, and those were the longest 5 games of my life. The most hated Jags, player, all time it's Urban Meyer. All time it's easily Urban Meyer. Some Matt Dodge. Well, Dodge punted it to Deshaun Jackson, but at least the ball went a distance. 3 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Hennigan, open on the wheel, back shoulder, couldn't come down with it. Trammell cannot come down with it, broken up on the play. And in comes Cam Little. McMaster was good for the first 3 months, and then he fell apart in the 4th month. Here we go for Cam Little. 43 yards. I mean, it's why the Jaguars drafted Brian Angler in the 3rd round. That's how bad he was. 43 yards. We know he can reach. High snap. But money. 8-3. Matt Dodge play up the same year the Giants Super Bowl 46. No. That was a different year. That was the year before. The Giants missed the playoffs that year. The Giants missed the playoffs in 2010. Yeah, the Matt Dodge play was the year before they won the Super Bowl. Most hated Jags player is... Oh, yeah, Telvin Smith. Oh, yeah. That's... I think it was doing for, on the field reasons. Off the field, yeah. I mean, Telvin Smith, yeah. Yeah. Had to be a double agent. 7 from Houston. Yeah, he was so bad. He was so bad. I do not remember where it was, Tyrell, on that one. I do not remember where it was. Yeah, Matt Turk was, and he was like Telvin Smith. Telvin Smith is the guy. Telvin Smith, very good linebacker. He was starter on Jacksonville. He was so good. And then he had some relationships with some people who he was not supposed to have relationships with. Hey, players who just wild bust from the draft. Like Gabbert, it depends on the bust. Like Jokel, no. Gabbert, yes. It depends on who the bust was. Chase Son, no. Taven Bryan, no. TJ Henderson, yes. Like, it depends. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Yeah, Matt Turk in his 5 games in Jacksonville was averaging under 40 yards a punt. Under 40 yards a punt. Not net. Under 40 yards a punt. Like, before the returns. Which is beyond bad. Like, the average punter in football that season, 45 yards per punt. The worst punter who punted at least 15 games was over 40 yards a punt. Turk was, with the Jaguars, about 38 yards per punt. Plus a shank against the Bengals late in the fourth quarter in a tie game. Plus a fumble against the Panthers. Yeah, Mike Thomas, yeah. Yeah, I do. He's always a legend for that. Like, if I was a bust and had Case out league in 3 years to be most hated Jag, I'd be disappointed with him. But I mean, he signed my stuff. I mean, it'd be hard to be the most hated Jaguar if he signed my stuff. Ukraine German college, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, the Bengals came in at high wins, but Turk was terrible and good. He was terrible everywhere. Little, gonna pooch this one to the 3-yard line. Line drive here. To the 20, 25 cuts the field to the 30, and brought down the 32-yard line. Return on the play from D. Estridge. Like, I don't think Travis Hunter could do anything to make him the most hated Jaguar. Only because he signed my stuff. Only because, I mean, it's hard for that to happen. Like, I don't like Calvin Ridley, but I have an autographed thing of Calvin Ridley. He didn't sign it, like, personally, but, like, if you sign my stuff personally, it's very hard to be the most hated. It's very hard. I guess it depends on the bust. It honestly depends. First down the 32-yard line. To the bottom of the screen. Pass caught behind the line of scrimmage to the 35, 40. Gain of 8 for Taj Washington. Matt Turk is a punter, and the Jaguars are 30 years old. Yep. Well, he was that bad. He was like our version of Lynn Elliott, except for regular season games. It was like every time you need a punt in the fourth quarter, he would give like a 15-yard punt. Under ridiculously lofty expectations. You have all that hype for a player who plays under ridiculously lofty expectations. We already have one of those. Why not a second? We already have one of those. That's our MO. Hand off up the middle to the 45, down the 48-yard line goes Ollie Gordon. A Titans fan. Who my most hated Titans player? Ooh. If I was a Titans fan, my most hated Titans player. Probably Treylon Burks. It'd probably be Burks. Unfairly or not, it'd probably be Burks. Trading away A.J. Brown for Burks, who could never stay on the field. Yeah, we'll see Sports Dog. One on the top of the screen, one on the bottom. It'd probably be Burks. As a Jaguar fan, I love Burks. To the bottom of the screen. New quarterback is Zach Wilson, the former second overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Gain of 6 on that completion. Brings up second and about 4. Double E on the grab there, the former Texas Tech wideout. Well, we didn't trade for T-Law pick, yes, but the expectations for that were... We basically traded our entire season for the T-Law pick. We basically traded the entire season. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Eli Apple, yeah. Santa Colt would be Andrew Luck. Wilson. Middle of the field and overthrown. Had his man wide open. Washington incomplete. Ooh, most hated would... Well, the way it happened, I would be livid about that. Most hated Colt... Probably Art. If we're going like way back, if we're going old school, if I was alive. Art Schlichter back then. But if we're talking just in the modern era, like just since I've been a fan, so let's say 2005 on. Just 2005 on. Honestly, it might be Curtis Spainer. It might be Curtis Spainer. Or Basket. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Slam pass dropped. Eskridge can't hold on. It might be basket for the onside kick at Super Bowl 44. So that changes the entire outcome of that game. And Eskridge has to hold on to that ball. Yeah, Grammatica, if I was or Vanderjagt. No, Vanderjagt. Isaiah Wilson, worst bust in history. I mean, he played, what, 4 snaps? All on special teams. 4th and 4. They're going to have to go for it. It might be Vanderjagt, honestly. It might be. I know he had great moments for them. Same thing with Jason Myers with the Jaguars. He was so frustrating to watch. Wilson pressured slam pass. That's caught. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down today. Down to the 36. Yeah, Chris had some locker room incident with the axe. Oh, man. God, we've got some crazy stories. Dwayne Gratz is another good one. Dwayne Gratz with the bubble gum. Texan fan. Who would I hate the most? Probably Watson. Probably Deshaun Watson. I mean, Watson would probably be up there for, everything he did and then the way he left. Best was that's true. First down, handoff here. To the side goes Gordon. He'll get about 2 yards down to the 34. Watching David and Will, a lot of pro football players in Canada, even though in Canada I feel like that's the opinion of a fair bit of people. But it's so weird, though, because, like, at least they know Canada exists. And the other thing, too, with Hodge is that he knew he was on an assignment to promote the game internationally. So why would he be sent to Canada if it wasn't in a different country, international country? Won't make any sense. Yeah, if I was a Texas fan, probably Watson on that one. Probably Watson. Or Carr. Might be Watson or Carr, but I'd probably go Watson. To the bottom of the screen. Well, the screen pass behind the line caught, gain of about 2 yards. Double E on the grab. 3rd and 6. Yeah, why was it John Wood? Yeah. God bless Jack Del Rio and his crazy ways. Oh, man, there's so many stories from the Del Rio days. Those teams were loaded, though. Not 03, obviously, but those other teams were loaded. Don't Carr, yeah. I guess first overall pick. Also, I think Carr, it's more like he's just not a fun figure in the media. David Carr, like, I think it's more for Carr. It's like in the media, he's just insufferable at times. But yeah, Watson would be the pick. Watson's the pick for that one. Watson's the pick. 2-minute warning. 8-3 the score. 3rd and 6 when we get back. Again, the song that's $25, the song that is half off, is... The song that is half off. Again, any song on the list I will do. $50, but the song's half off is The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. David Carr blocked me on Twitter? Yeah. David better than Derek? No. No way. Most hate ex Bronco? I get that because of the capital you trade for him and just the cheesiness and the corniness. I get it. I completely get it. Because of the cheesiness and the corniness, I get it. I don't hate that whatsoever. He'd be mine if I was a Bronco fan. He'd be mine. The Patrick Star thing would have solidified it too. The Patrick Star thing would have solidified everything. You rest a nice guy game. Blame the Broncos for giving the contract extension. It's one of those things where I get why Bronco fans hate him. I get it. And also the whole Miracle Water thing was just... He's cheesy. And cheesiness kind of rubs people the wrong way at times. Bills fan, most hated ex-Bill. I can't say OJ. Man. I was a Bills fan? I'm not going Norwood, obviously. I would either say E.J. Manuel or Ronnie Harmon. No, I won't go Norwood. Again, this is a tough kick. That was a tough kick. 47 was tough back then. He never tried that. I would say either Ronnie Harmon or I would say E.J. Manuel. Jags player had 1 year wonder which broke out to be a star. Ooh. A 1 year wonder for the Jaguars. Rob Johnson. Yeah, that's not a bad play. Oh, 1 year wonder. Blackman, he was like half a year. He was half and half. Half of 2012 and beginning of 2013. I'm talking just one season. Minshew. 3rd and 6, handoff, first down to 25. Minshew 2019 was fun. I thought we had our guy. Minshew 2019. Minshew mania was everywhere, but obviously that didn't happen. So probably Minshew. If not him, I don't want to say it was a 1 year wonder, but Allen Robinson 2015 was way above every other year he did. 2015 Allen Robinson was insane. James Robinson 2020, that's a great pick as well. That's a great pick. Undrafted rookie too. 1st and 10, one at the top of the screen, two at the bottom. Receiver in motion is A.J. Henning. Wilson, they send 4, pump fake, second read, not there. Going to now take off and run, directing traffic, and going to get out of bounds, 7 o'clock at the 22-yard line, pushed out of bounds on the play by Aiden White. Dolphin fan, most hated player. Ooh. Yeah, Robinson's a very good choice. Most hated Dolphin. Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith. Yeah, Hearnsville, he just got hurt too much. He got hurt too much. Sammy Smith. I can't say Ray Finkel. No, I cannot. Sammy Smith. That one's actually pretty easy. 1st round pick. Fournette, yeah, you know Fournette 2017, and then every other year he was not that good. Fournette's a good pick as well. For 1 year wonder, which took off. 2nd and 7, middle of the field, broken up. Chad Muma. Breaking up the pass intended for Eskridge. Jordan Poyer. I know someone that hates Jordan Poyer as well. So you're not alone. But yeah, Sammy Smith, so many fumbles by the goal line. 1st round pick. Left the team at one point because he was like, he needed to take some time off after the fans were criticizing him for fumbling. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. 3rd and 7, 3 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Wilson, they send 5, pressure, has to escape the sack, cannot. Brought down the 33-yard line. Now in a real game, the Jags should call a timeout here. Preseason, will they? They will. Kaiser on the stop. The Notre Dame linebacker, the 5th round pick. Most hated ex-Jet. Oof. Want to say Packer Charles Martin? Well, that's if you're a Packers fan. Or that's your Bears fan, I should say. Most hated ex-Jet. Probably Rodgers. No, I think most hated ex-Jet would be Rodgers if I was a Jet fan. For everything he did and all the nonsense the Jets fans had to live through, I would say Rodgers. I actually don't think it's close. I would say Aaron Rodgers. If I was a Jets fan, everything he gave up to get Rodgers, and then he basically makes you reconstruct the roster, and then all the he missed practice and all that. Yeah, the field goal here, oh my, that's not even close. Not even close. For Sanders. It's a line drive, and the Jaguars going to get the ball back around the 40-yard line. Coach Camp fired up, as he should be. I love Coach Camp. I love how excited he gets about stuff. Was that Bailey trying the field goal? Wait. Why is Bailey trying the field? Yeah, wait, why is Jake Bailey kicking? Why is the punter kicking? I'm so confused with that. Why is the punter kicking? Okay, well, Jaguars have the ball at the 40-yard line. No, that's not Sanders. That's Bailey. That's Bailey. They had their punter kicking. Patriot event. Oh, man. Yeah, that was Jake Bailey. One top of the screen, one at the bottom. Yeah. Patriot. Let me think about Patriot. Who am I most say? Oh, man, the whole line moved. It's another pre-snap penalty on the Jaguars. Worst events of my life. I'll never forget where I was when I heard about them. Michael Jackson stuff. It's one of them. Yeah, for the Patriots, most hated Patriot, I would say Jalen Polk is getting up there. You know, Jalen Polk. For best hands in the league, Jalen Polk No, I'm not sure about Mac Jones. I might actually go Jalen Polk on that one. I might go Jalen Polk. They sent 4. Middle of the field. Obviously, you can't go Aaron Hernandez. You can't go Hernandez. I'm assuming it's the same rules as OJ. Gain of 7 on the slant, 2nd and 8. They have 1 timeout left. Jalen Polk is sitting left because of injury. Oh, I did not know that. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Hennigan, out route, caught. Can he get out of bounds? He cannot at the 47-yard line. Catch him at the 10, and Quinton Morris, the former Bill. Brings up 3rd and 3, about 30 seconds to go. Yeah, I'm assuming Hernandez didn't count because the O.J. Simpson thing didn't count. Yeah, much more, yeah. I mean, for Jalen Polk saying I have the best hands in football, and then 12 catches for 87 yards in 2 seasons. He's not playing this year. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. 3rd and 3. If I was saying through the Jets for the shoulder injury, yeah. I mean, the Jets were so good that year. I think the Jets could have won the Super Bowl if Favre stayed healthy. I really do. That team was great the first half of the season. 3rd and 3 after the Jaguars timeout. 3 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. They are in field goal range for a little. Just don't take a sack here. Hennigan, don't take a sack. I want to see him try a field goal. No, don't take a sack. Okay, he got back to the line. He actually got 2 yards. Flag on the play. Actually got a flag on the play. They are in field goal range with Little. Gain of 1. All right, cgiulianihpu. Just see the fan thing for both teams. All right, we'll see. Well, I'll do it at halftime. Appreciate you, man. What's the flag here? It is holding on the defense. Holding on the defense. Yeah, I'm going to do it at halftime. Jamarcus would definitely be for that, for the Raiders. That's an interesting thought experiment. On Mac, first down for the Jaguars. I remember where I was. I was in my school library when I heard about that. In 21 seconds. You know, honestly, I just want to see what Little can do. You're in field goal range. It'd be a 64-yard try from here. Hennigan, crawl around middle of the field. That's caught at the 41. You have no timeouts. You got to get there and clock it and then try the field goal. I know someone said, yeah, this is why I really can't do Jaguars. Yes, that's exactly why. They're going to spike it here. I know someone said earlier, over under 58.5 for Cam Little, longest kick today. We're going to find out. This will be a 58-yard try for Cam Little. 3 seconds to go. Will they ice him here? It's a preseason game. I hope they don't. Oh, man. Will they ice him here? Cam Little. Come on, man. Come on. 58. We know you can hit this. 58's like 45 yards for Cam Little in terms of range. It's 27 for 29 last season. 59 yards. Kick is up. Oh, my God. He's so good. I really believe he is the best kicker in football. I really believe. I know Brandon Aubrey's great. I really believe he's the best kicker in football. I mean, I don't think I'm being biased when I say that. I really think Cam Little is the best kicker in football. 8-6 the score. I mean, that was easy. 59, and that looked like a 40-yarder. He's so good. He is so freaking good. Best kicker in the NFL. All right. It's him or Aubrey. It's him or Aubrey for the best kicker in the NFL. I really believe it. All right. So let's go down the line for the teams. All right. So we did the AFC East. For that, we did the AFC South. AFC North. Steelers, probably Neil O'Donnell after the Super Bowl. Probably Neil O'Donnell. I got the bot. Don't worry. I got the bot. Neil O'Donnell. Ravens. Ravens. Probably Bowler. Might go Bowler for most hated. Could go Ray Rice, but or Tucker, but I'd probably go Bowler. Bengals most hated. Oh, you could go so many ways for this one. You go so many ways for this one. For most hated Bengal, I would say Lewis Phillips. Or perfect. I'll go Lewis Phillips. Drop the pick in the Super Bowl and then all that. Browns, Ernest Biner. With a fumble. Or Kaiser, but yeah, you could go Biner on that one. Comes to center package, I think they do. Yeah, it's 1A, Cam Little and Brandon Aubrey at 1B, yeah. I love Cam Little so much. I love him so much. Yeah, Lewis Phillips are perfect for the Bengals. Cundiff, oh yeah, Cundiff's the winner. Or Lee Evans. You know, in that logic, Cundiff or Evans, yeah, one of those two. Cundiff or Evans, that's actually a great call. That's a great call on that one. AFC West, we did the Broncos with Russ. The Chiefs. They go Belcher. Sky Moore. People hate Sky Moore. You go Belcher, Tyrer. Probably Belcher. Probably go Belcher on that one. Probably Belcher. Chargers, most hated Charger, Ryan Leaf, and Raiders, it's Russ. NFC East. Eagles. Most hated Eagle. I would probably go... I'll put it this way. I have a... Oh, yeah, Lynn Elliott. Yeah, Lynn Elliott. Great call. Lynn Elliott, yep. Okay, so Eagles, there's no debate on this one because I have friends who are Eagle fans, and if you say this name around them, it's like Voldemort. It's Freddie Mitchell. Freddie Mitchell is Russell. Jamarcus Russell. Rares is Jamarcus Russell. That's what I meant. Jamarcus Russell. That's what I meant by Russ. Jamarcus Russell. Yeah, I think they look all right. It's very similar to the earlier patches the Bears have had. So it's a nice throwback. I like it. I like him. Yeah, Russell. Jamarcus Russell. Eagles, it's Freddie Mitchell. Yeah, it's Fred X for the Eagles. I have so many Eagles friends from college. They hate Fred X a lot. So, trust me on that one. Giants, Craig Morton, but if you were alive back then, I mean, they gave up so much. They gave like a first-round pick, and it became terrible. Craig Morton was really bad. But if we're just talking modern eras, so like when I became a fan, like around the 2000s, if we're just talking from that time to that time, Jones could be up there, but probably not. Yeah, Craig Morton, but if we're going Plax, you can't go Plax. I know he shot himself in the foot, but you can't go Plax on that one. Matt Dodge. Dave Brown, that's a good call. Matt Dodge for the punt. Commanders. Most hated commander ever. Ooh, if I was a fan of the team, and then Cowboys. Cowboys, you go with Quincy Carter, Shante Carver, Greg Hardy, Eli Apple. Yeah, that's a good call for the Giants. Hardy is a great call for the Cowboys. And then, yeah, Kenny Galladay. Yeah, he's stole money. Oh, yeah, Commanders. Oh, speaking of that, yeah, Albert Hainsworth. That's easy. Actually. Hainsworth, yeah. Only late 2000s. Nick has Dragons in channel. Yes. No, not Manley. Hainsworth. Yeah, Hainsworth on that one. NFC South, most hated. Most hated line, Scott Mitchell. Yeah, at least they had one good season, though. But yeah. Don't hate that. Most hated Bear. Probably Trubisky. It's not that he was a bad guy, obviously, but Trubisky. Probably that's the call. Yeah, Cam Little, Brandon kicking out. That'd be great. That would be great. Vikings. Maybe Underwood. I mean, you blew your first round pick on that. Blew your first round pick, you never played. Underwood. And then I think I'm missing the Packers. I mean, they used so many kickers in 1988. I'd be livid about that. But Chamora, after everything he's done, yeah, Chamora, it's not a bad pick. No, not Corey Stewart, no. Redskins are Canada, the U.S. are separate countries since they played both Edmonton and Los Angeles. Yes. Had a feeling on that one, yeah. NFC South. Panthers. There's only one right answer for the Panthers. There's only one right answer for the Panthers. It's not, no, it's not far for the Packers. Oh, yeah, Bostic. Yes, Bostic for the Packers. Yes, Bostic. Good call. Good call on Bostic. Good call on that one. Gary Anderson. Also not a bad call, but I mean, I feel bad for the guy because he was perfect on the season. Panthers, there's only one pick. Yep. That's the one. Buccaneers. Might be Keyshawn. Keyshawn might be for the Bucs. The call. Keyshawn might be the call for the Bucs. The Falcons? Oh, the Falcons. Hey, Broncos also Raheem Moore. Raheem Moore is another one for the Broncos. Jimmy Clausen for the Panthers. Good call. But I think Ray Caruth is number one. Saints and Falcons. Saints, probably Russell Exelman. I'm not pronouncing that name right. No, it's not Sapp. Falcons is... No, it can't be... they have to play for that team. I would say for the Saints, I'm not pronouncing the name right, but Russell, the Falcons Farvia. Devontae Freeman? I don't know about that. But the Saints, the kicker punter drafted first round that did nothing. Or only play for them. And then for the Falcons, the pick would probably be... Man. Jeff George, yeah, Jeff George. That's the winner. Especially after the blow up on Thursday on the game against the Eagles. Yeah, Russell, yes. Darren Sharper, good call for the Saints, yeah. Jeff George, yeah, you're right on that one, Jeff George. It's Jeff George. And then for the NFC West. NFC West. We're going to go... Cardinals, Jacksonville, the 2 summer women with hair after the touchdown. Nice. At least, that touchdown was a good thing for the Jaguars. It means I don't have to see Chad Muma anymore. I don't see Chad Muma. Eugene Robinson for the Seahawks. So, there's the Cardinals, I'm going to go with a pick them a lot of you guys probably have never heard of. I'm guessing you want the USF game. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate tuning in. Thank you for the tour. I'm going with a guy that you've never heard of probably, but there's going to be a video on it coming on Stark Raving Sports in a little bit. There's a kicker by the name of... Hang on. I just want to get the exact thing. John Lee. Okay? He was drafted by the Cardinals in the second round in 1986. He was drafted by the Cardinals in the second round in 1986. Oh, Silas Sanders just got ejected from the Bucs game. Sanders got ejected from the Bucs game. It's a great day for the Sanders family in the NFL. Sanders got ejected. Jeez. So he was so bad. He was cut before the end of his first season. John Lee was terrible. What's interesting about him, I am not making this up. You're going to find it out in the video coming on Stark Raving Sports in a little bit because I'm collabing with him on something. What's interesting with him, he said, unironically, and that's why I haven't done a video on because I'm working with Stark Raving Sports on it. Unironically, he said that he hates playing games on CBS. They're bad luck charms. And how he can't think straight if the game is televised on CBS. He sees the eye, sees the logo, and he just freezes. And he's not kidding. He was not kidding. Yes, South Korean kicker, yes. He's not kidding when I say that. Like, he literally, it wasn't like a playful comment or a joke. He said it many times. Like, he legitimately froze every time the game was on CBS. Which is a problem when the Cardinals play in the NFC and the games are on CBS. I'm not kidding. Like, that's a real thing. It's the only reason I haven't done a video on it because I'm doing Stark Raving Sports. We're collabing on a video together. So, they'll come out on their channel in a little bit. But yeah, but Grammatica's a good pick. John Lee also. The Niners, I would probably say Drunken Miller. Yeah, almost every game. Yeah, literally every NFC game was on CBS. Yeah, pretty much. Niners, Drunken Miller. Rams, Everett. I don't know about Everett for the Rams. Rams, I would probably say Phillips. I go Lawrence Phillips on that one. Oh, what was the extra conception of the CBS? I mean, he was bad all across the board. He was bad all across the board. But it was like his only misses in college were on CBS. So that was part of it. I would go Lawrence Phillips for the Rams, not Everett. I'm going Lawrence Phillips on that one. Who said John Lee, kicker for the Cardinals? And then who's the one team we haven't done? Seahawks. Haven't done the Seahawks. I would go Rick Meyer probably. Although he got a first round pick out of him. I'm going to say Titan Hainsworth. He's not really hated by the Titans. Greg Robinson, also not a bad pick. Where should be Ruggs over Jamarcus? I mean, Jamarcus... Well, Jamarcus... I mean, you go either way on that one. You go either way on that one. Obviously, two very different careers in terms of why they're hated. You know, Hainsworth, dirty player. Bosworth, that's not a bad pick. Russ Wilson could be both Denver and Seattle. Nah, it's tough because he won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. He won a Super Bowl with them. Most hated Nebraska cornerback, Phillips or Peter. Well, Peter, to be fair, he redeemed himself. To be fair, Peter, after what he did in college, he redeemed himself. And he was squeaky clean once he went to the Giants. Phillips, oof. Well, I think they play call more than Russ. Rick Meyer for the Seahawks, yeah. I still don't get why the Bears give up. He could be the answer for the Bears. I mean, I don't know why they gave a first-round pick for him. I don't know why. 22-16 win over the Ravens. Okay, so yeah, I knew Greg Camarillo scored the touchdown. I was going to say the walk-off touchdown was Camarillo. Who scored the other one? I'm gonna go Marty Booker on that one. I'm gonna go Marty Booker. Camarillo had the walk-off. I remember that play. Slant right up to the house. For Vikings, people who thought it was a good idea to have an inflatable roof in the Metrodome. Deflated a few times. Deflated for the Cowboys-Vikings game, Monday Night Football. Thank God that game was Monday Night Football in 1982, January 83, and not Sunday, because otherwise they'd be screwed. So, yes, that's going to be a fun one when that comes out. Man. Sounds like an excuse about CBS. Oh, no, he said that, like, coming out of college, too. It was Gatto. Oh, man. Video Russ, yep. Erg Slibin, yeah, I think so. I think you're right on that one. Erg Slibin, yeah. I think that's it. Dolphins get the ball. 8-6 the score. And let's do this thing. Second half of the preseason. 30 more minutes to go before the games count. Vic over Jeff George for Atlanta. I would say no. I would say no on that. Touchback ball to 35. Randy Woodfield, yeah, the I-5 killer, but yeah, he didn't play long to qualify, yeah. First down the 35-yard line. Zach Wilson. Back out there at quarterback. Last time out, Dolphins had a missed field goal. Bears and Knights hiring coach that never returns immediately back out. Yeah, Dave McGinnis? Yes, I did. When the Jaguars had the Byron Leftwich situation. The one when the Byron Leftwich thing happened. The handoff here to the side. We'll call it a gain of 1 for Mike Boone. It's been around the block on a few teams. Yeah, Dave McGinnis? Yeah, I'll link that one. Barry's on a bad take run. He's fallen off. Barry's fallen off. Tank Johnson. Ooh. Yeah, but that's the McGinnis video. I don't remember that live, but I remember doing a video on that when the Byron Leftwich situation happened with the Jaguars, where he backed out. Second and 9 play action, pressured up the middle by Kaiser. Slam pass caught at the 40-yard line. Nice pressure by Kaiser. He's having a very good game today. Crochet on the side. I still think it's going to be Skewball, but Crochet's put up a heck of a fight right now. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. 3rd and 5. To regain a 4. Kaiser playing well. Has a sack. Some pressure there up the gap. Unblocked, but still. Forced some pressure for Zach Wilson. Eventually brought down on the play by Branson Combs. Yeah, Caleb Penny on the field, yeah. There's a challenge flag. We're challenging something. Hurts overrated, underrated? I think it's pretty perfectly rated right now. Top 5 too high for Hurts? I'll go top 6. I'll go top 6. Jaguars might challenge this 4-yard gain. Let's have this game go on a little longer. Why not? Challenging whether it was a catch or not. I'll leave it up to you guys. Was that a catch? Oh, that's where your name comes from. I didn't realize that. Only time someone Jackson's team play each other on stream? Yes. Let's see. Was that a catch? I think so. Why would we challenge that in the preseason? We really need to challenge this? I think it was a catch. I don't like the ball at the ground. I think he had control. But do we really need to challenge this in the preseason? Really? Cowboys, Quincy Carter, Greg Hardy, one of those two. How's it going, Red Runner? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in for this one. Let's see the Sanders ejection. Yeah, so Sanders got ejected from the Bucs game. Limu and Doug got kicked off. Yes. Using 7 long term, we are going to use the team emojis. So 3 for each team. So basically the Limu is going to be a team emoji. Craig Morton? That's also not a bad play. Craig Morton's not a bad play. Why do anything in the preseason? Yeah, good question. How did I go home from college? Only on breaks. I went on winter break and spring break, and other than that, nothing. I never went back during the school year. The only exception when I went back during the school year was there was a hurricane one time. So other than that, I never went back on my own accord. Except for, actually, there was one time I went back to New York for the AFC Championship when the Jaguars were in it, because I didn't want to watch it on campus. No, sure didn't get tossed. Shiloh got tossed. Yeah, Deion Sanders, yeah, that's it, yeah. Deion Sanders is another one for the Falcons. Not even Thanksgiving break? Oh, yeah, no, well, we got off for Thanksgiving. Yeah, for the breaks we got off. Yes, the breaks. Went back for the breaks. Yes, I went back for the breaks. Went home on college every weekend, so my home house only 20 minutes away. That's nice. I want to be close enough where I could go back if I ever needed to, but far enough where I had that, not freedom, but where I had to be on my own. Yeah, so I went back for the breaks. I went back one time when the Jaguars won the AFC Championship, because I want to watch that with my family and not on campus. And the other time I went back, I think A5 Bears are better defense. And the other time I went back for the Jaguars lose the challenge. I'm not surprised. I went back because there was a hurricane, and they said you need to evacuate. So that was easy enough. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Out route, that ball is caught. First down the 46-yard line. By Malik Washington. He goes to the UFL. I'm going to say fiction. I think he's gonna bounce around a few spots. They never show a replay of the catch, but it looked like a catch to me. Patterson would drop the kick. Brandon Bostic. Back to Jacksonville for that, because I was living with a Titans fan, and I didn't want to watch the game with them. Top 3 halftime show of all time? It was revolutionary. I don't know about top 3 all time because he lip-sank everything. The pacing wasn't great, but obviously it changed the game. Head over the middle and bottled up at the 48-yard line after a gain of 2. Kevin Rose on the stop. Or the top 4 quarterbacks right now? I would say right now, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow. Right now, I would say. But that's how come I went back. I was like, and also I want to watch it with my family and whatnot. I want to watch it with my family. Because also the other thing too is my campus had a lot of Patriot fans. Yeah, some people, not all of winter break unless you were an athlete. No one stayed all of winter break unless they were an athlete. 2nd and 7, play action, spring and fall break, yes. Middle of the field, caught at the 35-yard line, and brought down the 30-yard line. Goes D. Estridge. But my campus had a lot of Patriot fans, and I was like, okay, here are my options to watch the game. I can watch it with a Titans fan. Goff, top 5. Ooh. So, the problem is that we all agree on the top 4. Just, you don't know the order, but Goff, Baker, Daniels, Hurts. Have a full break? Yes, we did. Well, we had a lot of Patriots fans. Well, we had a lot of transplants from the Northeast. We were a big school in the Northeast. Screen pass behind the line, it's caught, and brought down the 24-yard line after a gain of 6. It was Taj Washington. Yeah, I mean, our school had a lot of people from the Northeast. Like High Point, if you went to High Point, you were either from North Carolina or you were from the Northeast. It was basically, there were very few people besides that. So it's either watch the game, a lot of Patriot fans, a lot of Patriot bandwagoners. I mean, they were always good when I was there, so I don't know if they were bandwagoners or whatnot, but it was either watch the game with a Titans fan, watch the game 2nd and 4, hand off up the middle to the 20, first down at the 18-yard line. Watch the game with my best friend from college who lives with a good friend of mine who's a Patriot fan. Watch the game at a sports bar with a bunch of Patriot fans. Like, I really had, like, it was like, well, I'm going to watch it with my family. I'm watching with my family. I want to be around for that. You know, Goff's been great. He's top 10. He's definitely top 10. I have not heard that story about Alonzo. Dan, I've never heard that story. That's incredible. I've never heard that story. Brandon LaFell, yeah, he dropped a lot. Former Panthers wideout. First down play action. Wilson pressured, sacked at... Well, I think he got sacked. The cameraman lost his bearings. Brought down the 32-yard line. Sack on the play, coming courtesy of Yasir Abdullah, the former Louisville man. Loss of 14. Retired 11 there. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people from Boston. So I'm assuming they're real Patriot fans. Iowa State made a substitution after they made a catch with 1 foot, giving the booth enough time to call for a review. Oh, I did not know that. How am I first to feel about leaving campus for a sports game that weekend? Well, I went to class the next day. I mean, I left on like a Thursday night. I had no classes that Friday. So I left Thursday night. Second 20. There was also a concert back in New York that I wanted to see. Hand off to the, we'll call it the 24-yard line. There's also been some major surprises preseason. I didn't think Tesla would be this good. I think Tesla looks incredible right now. Tier 2 quarterbacks, how do I rank those? Ooh. Right now, Daniels, Hurts, Baker, Herbert, healthy Stafford, Goff, Dak. All the 24, 3rd, and 16. But as soon as St. John Syracuse, what the hell, High Point? We did a good job recruiting in the Northeast. Wheel route, bobbled and almost intercepted, then eventually caught, fumbled, and then recovered at the 31-yard line. Did he catch that ball? I don't think he caught that ball. So, hot potato on that one. Either way, 4th down. Decision time here for the Finns. Again, 4th and 16. Usually you kick the field goal, but you don't have Sanders. Jake Bailey is your punter. He has to kick this field goal. What do you do here? What do you do here? Rich Eisen doing sports here. That was great. That was great. I love that. Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for it here. I don't hate the call. You have no other options. They send 4. Wilson. The cameraman is terrible this game and caught at the 7-yard line for double E. Needed 16, got 17. 1st and goal. Wilson delivers on 4th and 16. Again, they had to go for it. They don't have a kicker. Whoever's running camera 1 has just been atrocious this broadcast. I mean, holy cow. I can't track the ball. This is why I hate doing remote broadcast. This is why I hate being remote. Because you're stuck with the cameraman and what he gives you. And the cameraman has been crap. It's not hard. Just get him off camera 1. Swap someone. Put him on a different camera that doesn't have... You don't have to move side to side. Hand off here. Hand off to the side. Touchdown. Got the corner. It's Mike Boone. MB with the TD. Yeah, UMass. Yeah, they used to be very good before Calipari. 14-6. You figure they're going to go for 2 here. Yeah, no, I saw with the college class. The game was Sunday there on this class Monday. Yeah, but I took the first flight back. So, yeah, I took the first flight back on Monday. So, I was in class the next day. Yeah, Rutgers is now like semi-competent. Used to be terrible. 14-6. Yeah, with Haskins, yeah. Although he had no business doing what he did. Sure, remember the Jaguars have a touchdown? No, like I literally could not care less. Wilson, flag on the play, false start, back it up 5 yards. Yeah, none of these guys are gonna make the team. Besides like Kaiser. Time I fly back, like 6 in the morning. 15-2. I think we get the 1 seed. I think Buffalo gets the 1. I think they get the 1. So I don't think it's unreasonable with their schedule. I mean, if they beat the Ravens until like they're going to be favored in every game until November. So they're going to go for 2 at the 7 again. They don't have a kicker. So if you're wondering why they're not kicking the extra point, making a 2-score game, they literally do not have a kicker right now. Sanders is injured. Jake Bailey was not close on his last field goal. In the flat, low throw, he was open for the 2-point try. Champlin cannot get there, though, and 14-6 the score. Earliest Monday class? Oh, man, I don't remember. I mean, it was my junior year. I don't remember my earliest Monday class. I don't remember my schedule. Double a kicker? No, they do not. Jason Sanders is hurt. So they basically have no options. That's why they went for on 4th and 16. That's why they went for in that spot. 16-1 team the next 2 years? I'm going to say fact. I'm going to actually say fact on that one. What in-game moment in the NFL? I would say Myles Garrett praising Deshaun Watson for his character. How do you feel about Beetle ESPN? I liked her on Sports Nation. I liked her on that. Then the whole boycott of the NFL, and she was still on Get Up. I'm like, that you can't do that. I'm like, you're gonna criticize the NFL for doing this, and you're gonna boycott the NFL. Yet you are out here talking about the NFL, despite openly admitting you're not watching the games, like because you said you boycotted the league. So, no, she knows her stuff for basketball. Sanders' injury. Sanders' injury. They didn't. I'm not listening to the broadcast. I just know he's out today. I don't know what his injury is, but I know Shadow Sanders got ejected. That's why I was confused at first. Chiefs are in trouble? I don't think so. I mean, the first string looked dominant against the Bears. I think they're still just fine. They're going to regress a little bit, but they're still going to be fine. Jaguars ball 14-6. You know, as long as Reed and Mahomes are there, well, I'm not. Are they going to regress this year? A little bit? Probably. But they are still the favorite in the AFC West. And they are still the Chiefs until proven otherwise. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode, top of the channel. We have emojis in the chat shows for other one of these teams. We have a lot of emojis for the Jaguars and for the Dolphins. And we'll be live for the NFL all season. Starting with the Eagles-Cowboys game on Thursday Night Football in a week and a half. And we're going to be live for college football. You see the games on the right side of the screen that you can vote on. Also going to be live for baseball. And a lot of other stuff. A lot of other stuff as well. If you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. We talked about Merrill Hodge. And the fact that he did not know that the United States and Canada were two separate countries. Basically, long story short on that one, he didn't realize. Yes, don't bet against until I give you a reason to. Yep. When I have left campus for the Jags beat New England in the Super Bowl, I would have gone to the game. So, field the 5-yard line on the kickoff to the 10, 15. Harris to the 20, 25-30. Runs to his own guy and brought down the 35-yard line. Same as a touchback. Worst goes to lost step in play-by-play. Bit more biased than usual. I mean, calling all those Ohio State games, the nicknames, they seem forced. He's not what he once was. Yeah, I would have gone to the game. When I've left campus, if they made the Super Bowl, we would have gone to the game. Yeah, the depth, I do have concerns about the Chiefs' depth. I will say that. That is fair. The Chiefs' depth, I'm not crazy about. But one on the top of the screen, two at the bottom for Hennigan. We have a fund. Yeah, we would have gone. Well, we also have season tickets. We had season tickets back then. Not anymore. Jackson, handoff gain of 1. So the Jaguars would have gotten, like, we would have gone through for the season tickets. Because season ticket holders get a certain amount of, like, there's a whole season ticket, like, each team gets a certain allocation. And yeah. Yeah, the whole Michigan house, yeah, he was not good at the end of that game. One at the top, one at the bottom, 2nd and 8. Like, we would have found a way to make it work. That's one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Bray Boy, on the end around. Again, that play has been working this entire preseason for the Jaguars. We're putting it on film. It's working. Bray Boy, gain of 7, 3rd and 2. Ball at the 43. Yeah, the classic Maserati Marv, yeah. Should have called him that when I got his autograph at camp the other day. Because I got Marvin Harrison Jr.'s autograph. Well, I won't want to be a WBI for Super Bowl Sunday, but it's not a long weekend. We'll have to sacrifice a lot of sleep if I go home with him. Makes sense. Makes sense. You know, Super Bowl, I want to live it up. I want to do something for Super Bowl. 3rd and 1 in the I formation. Handoff. Nice cut. First down. And it's Jackson. To midfield. Gain of, call it 7. Let's pressure up the A-gap and a nice cut to the far side of the field. Bill's gone bare, but that's counted by not having as much travel luck, yes. Jerry Swiss has got Johnson within 5 years. I'm going to say fiction. I think they like him as on the current roster right now. Because see football in the World Series, NFL in the World Series, I think he likes that. Probably wouldn't be able to do that if he did college football. The playoffs in the World Series. It'd be a bit tougher. Because MLB doesn't like playing on Sundays, and they do like playing Saturdays. Play action. Hennigan open in the flat. Caught by the tight end. It's a gain of 8 for Quinn Norris. Yeah, a lot of scooter vibes, yeah. Second campus and with Family Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, look, you can sacrifice 1 day of class. They give you 2 unexcused absences, most of these things. Like, don't be afraid to, like, I'm not saying don't go to class, but don't be afraid to take a day. It happens. Can I get to the video about the Steeler player who thought Canada was a state? What's worse, that story the player thought Minnesota was a city in Ohio. Oh, this might be worse. This legitimately might be worse. I don't know how, but this legitimately might be the worst. 2nd and 2, I formation, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hennigan, play action, pressured, steps up. Nice job stepping up. Deep shot, going for it all. End zone, and oh, man, he had Camper. He had Cam Camper open. Musburger, he was one of the best. Musburger was one of the best. 3rd and 2. I like stepping up in the pocket. Evo game on Wednesday this season. Bonus rating? On Wednesday? 11. Why would there be a game on Wednesday? Why would there be an NFL game on Wednesday? They already announced the schedule. If you skip class for a sports-related reason. Yeah, but you could just say family. Just seeing family. If you say you went back to see your family. Like, don't say you went back for sports. Say you went back for, like, to see your family. 3rd and 2. Hennigan. The clock's at 0. They're not going to get this off. When the Rams served the Super Bowl twice, couldn't go because the after Super Bowl 53 had an exam at Super Bowl 56 was starting your job. Oh, man. Yeah, that makes sense, though. That makes sense. Delay of game. Back it up 5 yards. It's one of the things I love about this job. I'll be seeing Sundays. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I mean, they already see Sundays. 7-week terms. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize you do 7-week terms. So, are you on the quarter system? I thought it was 2 semesters. I didn't realize you're on the. Is that quarters? Or tries? Trimesters? I'm not sure. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to take another delay of game. Oh my god, they're going to take a second delay of game in a row. Well, they just get it off. They send 4. Hennigan pressured, and he'll get sacked to the line. Jeez. Yeah, the pre-snap is insane right now. Chris Fowler is very good. When's the games recovered? I did not. I thought it was a bit too much. Good to win the 227. Appreciate you, man. Sim the 91 playoffs. But MC is 90 against 91. Oh, okay. All right. Appreciate you, man. I'll do them between the quarters. Get you on that. Appreciate you a ton today. Holy cow. That's over 2 weeks before Labor Day? Ah, that makes sense. Jags are underrated? I don't know. They have a lot of question marks. Field at 12-yard line, fair catch. You ever heard of a play clock? These are guys that have barely heard of football at this point. 35-yard punt, no return on the play. This event decided not to go to see how long the entry line was. Oh, man. Must have been pretty long for you not to go. Want to go to bed early? Especially with early wake-ups? Makes sense. Makes sense on that one. We were in field goal range. We were in a 60-yard try. At this point, why tire out Cam Little's leg? At this point, Jags overrated. No one even has expectations for them. How can they be overrated? They're projected to be one of the worst teams in football this year. Red Sox 7 went over the Yankees. Yankees are in trouble. Red Sox have their number. Chris Fowler replaces Al Michaels. I could see that. Or Noah Eagle. I could see Noah Eagle. How are the Jags overrated? No one has him doing anything this year. Yeah, Chris Fowler is very good at what he does. Could LSU be the Jags players at this moment? Yes. Because these guys are not making an NFL roster. Seth Hennigan and this offense versus Joe Burrow. Yeah, that's a lot different. So these are guys that are technically not NFL players. Unless they make the team. Yes. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. And those guys. Justin Jefferson versus. Yes, it is. Yes. Hang on, let me post it. I've done for the last 20 years. Not wrong there. Versus this defense with Kenai H. Lovely and Danico Slaughter. Yeah, no, it's not even close. Yeah, they don't have expectations. The Jaguars. I mean, Jaguar fans don't. I don't know about the rest of the NFL. Wins between 03-05 USC and 19 LSU. Oh, that's close. I'm gonna go LSU. No, USC by a hair. USC by a hair on that one. Yeah, but let me get the league. Yeah, Chris Fowler. Yes, he was. He's always been very good at what he does. Yeah, I'll link the fantasy league. 84 versus 94. Who wins? I think 84. It's close. I'm gonna go 84 though. The Jaguars literally have like 75-1 odds. They have one of the worst odds of any team. Will this Jags team win 0 games? Yes. This Jags team would not win a single game. Right now, on the field, this team would not win a single game. Below the Colts and Titans, they should contract their franchise. Depends how Cam Ward plays. Right, ESPN's not going to let more for Amazon. It's going to be a lot. Of workload between doing NFL games and college football and then work for another network, yeah. Why is that? Because he glazes them a lot. He glazes some of these quarterbacks a lot. Quinn Ewers is going to take the Dolphins home the rest of the way. He'll get sacked on the play at the 4-yard line. Thrown down. And that is Ethan Downs. Taking Quinn Ewers, the 7th-round pick out of Texas, down. Stream plan for tomorrow, Yankees-Red Sox. At night. That's the game plan. 2nd and 20. Yeah, there's certain guys he just glazes and just talks about, and they can never do any wrong. Team of Hearts on the Jaguars? Yes. By far. That's been my whole MO. Colts might give it a more pick. I think they will, yeah. I think they got a shot. Second down, some pre-snap movement. Boldness rating, 10. Colts like the AFC Championship? Probably 9. 9 or a 10. It's a lot. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. I would not mind another 2011 team for the Colts as long as I don't get a franchise quarterback. Chris is the Chiefs' lawyer. Oh, God. I did not see that. No one's gotten hurt for the Jaguars today, which is good. That's the important thing. No one's gotten hurt. We've seen what we need to see. We know that Chad Muma can't play in this league, and now that confirms it. 2nd and 20. One at the top, one at the bottom. Under center, the handoff from his own end zone. Oh, got some space for the 10. Brought down the 14-yard line. They got some breather room now. Nice run there by Aaron Shemplin. 3rd and 10. Dylan Gabriel looked good. Yeah, every Browns quarterback looked good except for Sanders, who took 5 sacks and just ran around like a headless chicken. Had negative net passing yards. Yeah, 9.75 yards. It's a lot. This would be the worst Colts team ever. Indianapolis Colts team? I mean, Baltimore was winless, 0-8-1. The mid-80s teams were pretty bad. 97 was also crap. So I don't think it's going to be the worst, but it's going to be up there. Middle of the field, tight window, caught at the 35-yard line. Nice throw. Tight window, Andrew Armstrong, the undrafted rookie, making the grab. He had 21. Clay Holmes went 6. Oh, well, back-to-back guys going 6. I'm impressed for the Mets. Sure it's going to make it. Yeah, they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks. Joe Buck, Chris Fowler, Mike Tirico. Yeah, they were good. They were good. Come on with a tour. Holmes went 2 innings. Where does that get you in the XP? That is... Well, you're not too far off. The top 3, at least. Yeah, but Holmes went 6 innings. And Mets pitching starting to find a rhythm a little bit. Starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. A long ways to go, but starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Hand off up here and call it a gain of about 3 to the 38-yard line. Appreciate you coming on, as always. Doing too fast because I couldn't read again. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're not far off the leaderboard, too. Worst team, I got the Saints. Bigger shot to make Super Bowl. Colts, Saints, or Jets? Saints. With what quarterback? With what quarterback are they doing it? Any of those 3 teams wins? 10. Bonus ring is a 10. Yeah, 6 to the Hens game at least. Yep. We're going to jump on Sanders for this and say proves the bust. Double Sanders is real. He's not ready. That's all it is. He's not ready yet. Weiss in motion. Handoff up the middle. And brought down after a gain of 1 at the 39-yard line. By Jefferson, I believe. Yeah, it is Jefferson. Chiefs get sued for suspicious wins. Oh, man. The ball from the top of the 9th, I did not see that today. You have to try bigger and still suck. Yeah, there's stuff to do. How many D1 teams better quarterback than the Saints? Let's see, at least 10. ASU, Florida, LSU, Texas. Jags ever impressed me win above expectations? 2017, I thought we were going to suck. 2017, 3rd and 6. Ewers fires in the flat. It's caught, but shy of the 6 of the 43-yard line. Gain of just 4. Have to punt it away. Shemplin on the grab. I thought 2017 we were going to suck. Blake Bortles looked terrible in the preseason. We basically kept the same coaching staff minus Gus Bradley. I thought, oh boy, here we go. And the first string allowed points every drive. I'm like, we're so screwed. And then we made the NFC Championship. Chiefs, Jaguars, divisional worst example of him glazing? Yes. Great throw by Mahomes, and it was an incomplete pass in the dirt. Like, at his feet. Drew Aller, Brandon Saints quarterbacks? I would say no. Not yet. Not yet. Miss Saxon because I thought they were going to be on Fox? Oh, man. Well, Dar looked good. Dar looks solid so far. They don't have to get a punt off here. The guy? Oh, yeah, that was insane. They were clearly bots. They were very clearly... Because they got so many retweets and likes right away, and then they deleted their stuff. It's no biggie. People are idiots on there. I mean, this link down this lane to the game. There you go. Which team could exceed expectations the most severely? I think Patriots. I like what I've seen on the Patriots a lot this year. I think they could surprise a lot of people with how deep they could go. All right, they're going to punt the ball here. We go to the 4th quarter. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? Not that it really matters. So far, nothing of note. With this one, I mean, a lot of these guys are not making the team. I mean, the Jaguars have like 35 guys who aren't playing today. All we know is that Chad Moon is not that good. That's all we know. All right, so let me sim the playoffs on the NFC side. But we are doing it a little bit differently. Okay, hang on. Let me do this. Get this up. So it's going to be NFC is 90 Giants. We're going to assume Phil Simms is playing, not Hostetler. 91 Washington, and Washington wins that one. All right. Then we're going to change this to Detroit 91. This should be a bloodbath, I would think. It should be a bloodbath. San Fran 90. San Fran, yeah, bloodbath. Bloodbath on that one. Ram Montana and Parcells. Yes, we are. International students? I don't know the exact number. We had a fair amount. We have an international promenade. We had all the flags of people who were on campus. So we had a good amount of flags. There was like 40 flags on campus. So we had a lot. So Giants, Niners in 91. So just a rematch of that. Giants are frauds? No, they were not even close. Kirk Herbstreit's, I like him a lot for college, not for the NFL. I think it's a bit too bland. But then again, Al Michaels makes everyone bland at this stage in his career. And Giants, Niners. Niners win that one. Jameis over Russ. No, you can't start Jameis over Russ. No. Jameis, no, I'm not crazy about Jameis. Yeah, the Browns quarterback situation right now, it's going to be the four guys they have, and it's going to save the depth chart. Jameis League draw? I might. We'll see. I'm not crazy about how they do the draw. I might just watch the results afterwards. Don't need to watch it live. If Fulham ever makes a different story, but yeah, those teams are great. Most random flag I saw on campus? Oh, I don't remember the most random flag. It's been a while. I don't remember the most random flag. I think I saw Cyprus one time. Some students from Stream behind me WPI. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Jameis has arm strength? Yeah, but so does Russ. He had a do you see that throw he made against the Jets? See the throw against the Jets that he made? 4th and 2. We'll do the AFC set on the next commercial break. Punt. Bounce to the ends for a touchback. See the throw he had against the Jets? 55 yards on a rope. That was one of the best throws I've ever seen him make. Yes, next commercial break to the AFC side for that one. I'm pretty sure all you guys tuning in. 4th quarter. Hennigan going to take the Jaguars home the rest of the way. Which Cyprus? Regular Cyprus with the white flag and the orange in the middle. NBC wanted Al Mike to call hockey, but he declined because he wanted Doc Emmerich to do it. It would have been interesting, but Emmerich was great calling it. Boone versus Montana, that would have been a great one. That would have been fun. We'll see how that plays out the next commercial break. I got the Niners in that one. Yeah, hopefully they don't have him call hockey in 2030. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Hennigan I formation here. End around, and finally one gets blown up for the Jaguars on the jet sweep. Dorian Singer, loss of 3. Tyndall on the stop. And no one's gotten hurt this game for the Jaguars. The third stringers look good against the first stringers for Miami. I mean, at this point, this is like... Even the throw was over the middle of the field. The throw that Russ had was literally over the middle of the field. It was a great throw. Russ has looked good this preseason. He's looked pretty sharp. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. In the gun. With Harris in the backfield, they send 4. Hennigan, middle of the field, caught the 24-yard line. It's the tight end, John Copenhaver. 3rd and 7. Bengals and Super Bowl, both Bills and Ravens missed the playoffs. More likely, Bengals Super Bowl. That's more likely. The Bills missing the playoffs, something would have to go catastrophically wrong for that to happen. For the Bills to miss, something would have had to go catastrophically wrong. Third and 6, 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. In the gun, takes a snap. They're going to send 4. Hennigan, middle of the field call. He looks more composed than Wolford. I will say, I like him over Wolford. He's got more potential. Gain of 5, and decision time here, down by 8. That throw over the middle of the field. 10 p.m. game seemed like a disaster. And why Bills and not Ravens? Just the division they play in. Well, Preseason, it's all... Oh, you mean for the Monday Night Football? Yeah, for Monday Night Football. Yeah, I'm not crazy with the 10 p.m. games. Tyndall on the stop, but he got banged up on the play. Olympic hockey? Yes, I am. Yep. Field season injury week 1. Cancel the season at that point. Cancel the season at that point. I got the bot, don't worry. So after the injury timeout, 4th and 1. Then we'll do the thing in a little bit. The punt here by Cook Oh, it's a beauty. It's a beauty to the 14-yard line. Monster punt by Cook. Flag on the return. Brought down to the 30. Logan Cook. 60-yard punt. Most injured quarterbacks of the end in the modern era. 91 was pretty rough, if I'm not mistaken. 91 was pretty rough, if I'm not mistaken. Flag on the return. Do I agree with it? I do not. Keeping 4 quarterbacks, I do not agree with it. I would not agree with it. I would think 4 is a waste. Keep 3. Did I sim that? Yes. Yeah, we did the 90 teams won. The Giants, the Niners won the game. The Niners won that one. So now we do the AFC. Flag on the return. So, Dolphins ball around the 15-yard line. See the new Vontaze? I think so. I think so. All right, so now we'll do this side. Yeah, we did, the Niners won that. 91, Broncos. 91. Yeah, sure. I mean, Shooter is the worst of the 3 so far. Oh, 91 beat. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on, I simmed the wrong thing. All right, well, we'll get back to that. Oilers win against the Broncos. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. I read it wrong. Hang on. Let me get back to that. Let me get back to that. Chiefs, Bills. So, Oilers, Bills. Hang on. Bills in a bloodbath. Okay. So Bills in the Super Bowl. And now it's 91 Washington and the 99ers. Niners win by 1. Oh man, good game. Oh, with 9 seconds left. Orlovsky's good. I like Orlovsky. He's very articulate. I like Orlovsky a lot. The Niners against the Bills. Chris Berman matchup. We'll play the game at the Metronome. And the Niners win that one. 27-22 your final. Well, sure, system quarterback. I think, I don't know about system quarterback, but I think OT, I don't think we are. We might be, but if we do, it's only going to be for an hour. It won't be more than an hour. The problem with the Saints quarterback room is the worst. The problem, right, is at least the Browns, Flacco's competent. The problem with Shooter is that the athleticism, it's a huge gap. Between the NFL and college, there's a huge gap. You can't run around like it's a game of Madden and run backwards 25 yards. You can't run around like Madden. And we've seen Shooter do that way too many times. So I don't think system quarterback. I just think it's Colleen Wolfe. She's good. I think Nina offers more. Pirates win 5-1. Oh boy. I say send him up to fail, which they clearly did not. I mean, they played him 2 of the games. They started him game 1. We're going to start him game 2 if he wasn't hurt. They're not going to come, though. I think they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks. Let's go Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Shador. I think it's going to be Gabriel over Shador. Schure's only had Gabriel because Dion would stalk him in the middle of the night otherwise. Sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. The flag is actually on the Jaguars. So, 15-yard penalty against Jacksonville. So, put it at the 45-yard line. Handoff here again at 2. Brought down by Ethan Downs at the 47. And at this point, just have no one get hurt. Get out of this. Get out of this preseason unscathed. Jaguars have a brutal schedule to start the season off. Panthers, it's almost a must-win game in week 1. When you look at that schedule, a lot of tough teams early on. Salters or Andrews? I'm going to take Aaron Andrews. But that's close. 3rd and 2. The pass on the flat caught for a gain of 6 by Theo Weiss from the 47 to the 47. And fact of the day, no, 1995 was not 30 years ago. If today is July 25th, Then 30 years ago would be 1995. So yes, 1995 was 30 years ago. Wow. God bless AI. God bless these AI tools. Let's sing the Browns against PR. Like, that stopped them before. Laura Rutledge is really good. I'm happy she got a promotion. Laura Rutledge is really good at her job. 3rd and 2, play action, wide open the flat. That's going to be an easy first down. Read that all the way. To the 37-yard line, gain of 10. What's interesting about this situation, if you're talking in terms of the wins-losses, is that the Dolphins cannot kick a field goal. The Dolphins do not have a kicker. I don't think we want to have Jake Bailey kicking the ball. Sanders left the game earlier. So it's basically end zone or bust. Yeah, 20 years ago. Holy cow. That is insane. Pittsburgh sneaky tough? Could be. No, Pittsburgh's not a gimme. No, not even close. Play action, Ewers. They send 5. He has time, but now his pocket collapses. He gets sacked to the 46-yard line. Loss of 7 on the play. Dolphins O-line, every string has not done a great job today. Oh, definitely the random fan. Definitely the random fan. Again, that's not going to stop the Browns. That's not going to stop the Browns from doing anything. I do not watch enough hockey. All I know is that Leah is not good. That's all I know, is that Leah is really not good. That's all I know. Second and 17. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Handoff here. Down to the 42-yard line. Needing some more errors than runs in their current series. That's a good recipe for success. College games cannot end in ties. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. So after 2:30 watching Benjamin Button. All right, that's a classic movie. That's a classic. Dion filing a lawsuit? What for what? What would the lawsuit be for? There's no claim. D-backs are 7-0. Holy cow. Yeah, NBC. I don't know if people have nostalgia for NBC because it was not good. 3rd and 13. Pressure. Back foot throw. Way too high. Incomplete. Coverage on the play. Courtesy of Aiden White. And the Dolphins have to punt this one away with 9:42 to go. How's it going, Golden Seal? Appreciate you, man. Worst rules analyst. Ooh. Gene usually just sucks up to the referee a lot. Everyone else is willing to disagree. Gene usually agrees with the ref, whatever he decides. This will be a pretty big wall. The punt here, fair caught at the 16-yard line. Not a great punt. Singer fair catches it after just 27 yards. Well, Mike Carey is not a thing anymore, but not around anymore at least. But he was the worst. He was the worst ever. Worst division, the AL. I go the Central. I'll go the Central. Sam Punter was good. Sam Punter was pretty good. Hey, Carl's with the Bengals 7-0. There you go. The D-backs, I mean, if they can make it interesting. They could make it interesting. Sure as make the roster. I don't think they would lose their fans for that. The straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of them was a while ago. Pereira, yeah, he's lost a step. But I do like having Pereira on site and then Blandino do everything else. I do like that aspect of it. Yeah, I've been getting rocked right now. Yeah, Gene is former ref. With all these guys are former refs. But Gene just agrees with everything that they do. Ball at the 16, 9:42 to go in the preseason. No injuries for the Jaguars today, which is really, really good. If you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. Don't follow the D-backs Hopium. I'm just impressed we're still in it. I'm honestly just impressed we're still in it. I'm honestly just impressed we're putting up a fight with this team. I mean, right now, I mean, they win this game 64-66. Mets knocked Barra 5 in the 7th. Oof. Like, intentionally? Or against favorites for every game? If the D-backs win this game, they'll be 4.5 out potentially. I mean, they're not out of it. As crazy as that sounds, they're not out of it. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, but it'd be bad luck for Cleveland. It would be bad luck for Cleveland, because why would you draft him in that spot? It would be bad luck for Cleveland, but yeah, the defenders would go nuts. That is true. His defenders will go nuts. All right, ball at the 17-yard line after the fair catch. Just 26 yards on that punt. Hennigan, handoff here. Goes to Harris. Dives ahead to the 25. Brings up 2nd and 2. You know, Baker had to... Yeah, I think that's a thing that people don't realize. Baker was immature in Cleveland. The whole thing about the Packers game, Texas Fight Song, is really good. It is really good. Moving Larkin from third base duties. Why'd they remove him? He was so good at his job. He was so good. He got everything right. And by that, I mean every decision he made was the wrong one. Larkin was so bad as a third base coach. I mean, my God. My God, he was so bad. Better late than never. Better late than never. Most vulnerable team in pot 1. Most vulnerable team. 2nd and 2. Hennigan. Out route. Bobbled. Incomplete. Took a shot on that one. Patrick Herbert couldn't hold on. Most vulnerable team? I would probably say... Probably Dortmund. He wants one Byron? Yes. Yeah, now we think about yes. Actually, easily on that one. Right, yeah. You can't say you want an adult, get rid of Baker because you want an adult, and then get Deshaun Watson. Like, you can't do that. Like, that was like, what are we doing here? 3rd and 2. 9 minutes to go in the preseason. I got the butt. And timeout on the field. I think Miami's going to take this one. They'll have 2 left. But yeah, and Baker was not playing well. Russell Wilson and Watson are the most hit by 2 franchises. Definitely Watson. Definitely Watson, at least. Third and 2 at the 25-yard line after the timeout. Somebody clearly didn't like. Barry Sanders still retired after 1998. Does he still play for the team during the move to Ford Field? Yes, I think so. He didn't retire because of injuries or he was declining. He still had another 5 years left. One top of the stream, one at the bottom. Sark is good. I do like Sark a lot. Play action. Hennigan's screen pass. Oh, that's so well designed. That is so well designed to the 30-yard line. Had a convoy out in front. And Harris gain a 5 and a first down. You know, I gotta say with the format, I wasn't crazy about when it first got announced, but I really did actually like it. You all I have to do is have a 30-17 lead against the Jets. Yep. That's why you go down in that spot. Injury on the field for the Dolphins. It's Eugene Asante, the undrafted rookie. Yeah, they retired too soon. Yes, definitely. Marino did not. Marino did not. You know, yeah, very similar situation to Favre. J. Jones kept by the Herschel Walker trade. Well, I knew who to hire at first, and then his ego took over. His ego got the best of him. And he was still a very solid quarterback. They had a good chance at a three-peat. They had a good chance at a three-peat if he stayed healthy. It was very, yeah, it's very similar. Very similar to Favre. Forced to grow up after he left. Buy, rent, sell. Whopper, no flex zone, Jet 2 Holiday. Sell, no flex zone. Oh my God, sell, no flex zone. Buy, Jet 2 Holiday, rent Whopper. It was like Jim Kelly was offered to come out of retirement at one point. Like Marino, yeah. Marino was washed by that point. Marino, the second half of the season, it was awful. Jerry Jones really accomplished nothing football-wise aside from hiring Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, you're not wrong on that one. Jimmy Johnson deserves 2 Hall of Fame busts at this point. Worst ground double play in history? The worst ground double play in history. There had to be like a walk-off in the World Series that I'm blanking on. Yeah, I did hear about the Steve Young thing. Yes. I like to think it is. Yeah, me too. Me too. I like to think it's overplayed like the Whopper one is. Plus ground double through record? I would not think that, but wouldn't shock me. Oh, that's a nice diving play at second. Got the out there. There you go. Okay, we got one. Toro this week, yeah. You know the worst one in history? There has to be one of the World Series I'm blanking on. Like a bases loaded or a playoff game. CV on the Cyber Bronco. Oh, man. Jerry Jones is a great marketer. Yes, 100%. No, Derek Jeter was a good defender. Derek Jeter is now underrated. He was so underrated, actually, now. In hindsight, people say he sucked as a defender. To the point where that's not true. A bit overrated, but then he was so overrated to the point of being underrated, if that makes sense. Handoff, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Trips on a corner here, Darling away. Well, I don't play it at halftime, but can you imagine? A JetBlue vacation, yes. No, that's it. I love JetBlue. JetBlue is great. We can see. Yes. One at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Hennigan, pressured, dumps off to his back. It's caught by Harris. I like how Hennigan stands in there, I will say. Compared to Wolford, he looks more natural. Looks way more natural. $1998 with the Ravens. 1998 with the Ravens. Yeah, it was the Ravens, yes. 3rd and 2. Mike Vrabel called the Boston media a rat. I think that's crazy because literally he's on the injury report. They reported on an injury. It's like, what more? They're doing their jobs. Handoff, first down, then some. To the 45-yard line goes Jackson. Yeah, I know nothing about Jet 2 except for the commercial. That's all I know. 7 minutes to go after the first down at the 45-yard line. Yeah, Mayo was clueless. Mayo was very clearly clueless. The Cards incident on the flight after the Cardinals game was... that was everything you need to know. The whole Stevenson situation, didn't know whether he was starting or not. He made bad in-game management decisions. I was never high on the Mayo hiring from day one, and it clearly did not work out. One at the top, one at the bottom. I think Vrabel will. Champagne, I did not see that. No, I did not. Handoff here, Jackson to the 48-yard line. Jet 2, I'm assuming around the UK. I'm assuming around Europe. That short stuff for the Yankees play third. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. A-Rod was very good with the glove. A-Rod the hot corner was good. Jackson back. Let's find out. We'll see. I don't think they'll win, but they could tie. It'd be funny if they never tied a game in franchise history and then back-to-back ties for preseason. That would be really funny. I'm not going to lie. 2nd and 7. Ball the 48, one at the top, 2 at the bottom. Hennigan in the gun, takes a snap, they send 5. Middle of the field, caught to the 48-yard line. I'm not crazy about Miami's offensive line. I'm not crazy about the Finns so far this season. People paying hits on the media, interviewing stars on the sidelines preseason. Oh, I don't blame him on that one. I don't blame him there. I don't blame him. I completely get it. Yeah, they do after every play. You're not wrong, man, Tyrell. You're not wrong. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hennigan, they send 5. Out route caught. He's not really throwing anything deep, but he's keeping everything in front of him and staying ahead of schedule. Gain of about, we'll say 5 for Herbert, first down. Once players pay attention to the game. I get it. I completely get it. I'm with him on that one, actually. There's actually, I have a story, probably a story coming out. In 1970, when Monday Night Football was a thing, the Giants played the Steelers in the preseason, and ABC interviewed Fran Tarkenton during the game, and the NFL came in and said, you can't do that anymore. You cannot interview players during the game. But I'm with you. Like, pay attention to your team. It's almost like in baseball. You stand at the top of the step. Stand at the top of the dugout. If you're not playing, you stand at the top of the dugout. Pay attention to your team. You can always learn something. Support the guys. I completely get it. I think those interviews should be taking place. I think those silent interviews should be taking place in between the action. If you're going to do it, in between the action. And then it's taped over. Like the NBA. If instance Colts week 1 counts the playoff plans, I didn't make playoff plans in the first place. 2nd and 7. Yes, Tyrell. Yes. Yes. One at the top, one at the bottom. Hand off to the side. Jackson to the 40, cuts the field to the 35. I like the way Jackson runs. He's not going to make this team because we're keeping... It's going to be tough to keep 4 running backs, and he's going to be number 5. But I do like how hard he runs, and I would like to stash him on the practice squad. You imagine Hack doing that players? Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah. Times have changed a lot back from the 70s, but that may be a story at some point. Not sure when, but that'll be a story at some point. Because ABC got a lot of flack for that one. Got a lot of flack. 3.5 to go. Long, sustained drive here. Everything's 4 down territory at this point. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Hennigan play action. They send 4. He's stayed ahead of schedule so far. Pump fake. Got to escape the pocket. Looking for anybody. Flag on the play in the area of holding. It's going to be a loss of 2. He was flying out of New York, but now they don't... Oh, man. I want to experience what Jet 2 is like. And now back him up. It's 4 down territory at this point. 3:04 to go. Just to get this game over with. Without injuries, unscathed. I like Hennigan over Wolford. I want to keep Hennigan as QB3 session on the practice squad if all possible. Wolford we can get rid of. He's looked a bit rattled this preseason. 1st and 20. Two at the top, 1 at the bottom. And Hennigan in the gun with Harris to his right. Takes the snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Harris, and he will get down to the 39-yard line. Not Chris McDaniel. Gain of 5. Keep the clock moving. Yep. Give me both. I don't care if we win this game or not. Just keep the clock moving. Get out of here. Just get out of here. We saw everything we needed to. I didn't know better. Gets this tank bowl. Yep. They go quickly. Angle route. Harris caught at the 30-yard line. Gain of 9, 3rd and 4. How's it going, Justin? Appreciate you, man. Any particular thoughts on the potential new MLB TV contracts? I like the fact that NBC's getting involved. More games over the air is better. The Netflix Home Run Derby, I think that's a massive overpay. $30 million for the Home Run Derby. I think that's a lot of money for what's like a 2 or 3 year. It's a 2-year contract for the Home Run Derby. That's nuts to me. That is nuts. 3rd and 7. Hennigan, middle of the field, overthrown, picked off at the 15-yard line to the 20, 25, 30. He could go 35, 40. Gets a block, 50, 40. Hennigan. Oh, don't make the tackle, Hennigan. No, Hennigan, don't tackle. It's a bad time for a turnover there. John Saunders on the interception. And it's going to be Dolphins ball at the 35-yard line. I don't want Hennigan making the tackle. I get what we were trying to do, but in a regular game, fine, but I don't want a quarterback making a tackle in a preseason game. I don't want that, but jump that route, looking for Bray Boy. 2-minute warning. 1:50 to go. At least D-backs took an 8-0 lead. Blaze Alexander home run. But Hennigan makes the tackle. I don't want that. Fins haven't won yet. They have not won yet. Jack's a few timeouts. Personally, I would just let him take an in and just get this game out. But again, the Dolphins won't kick a field goal. So if you got to stop here, you can get a chance to go down the field. Nathan Allen's unappreciated. Well, the thing is that I don't know if he can control the locker room. I mean, we saw what happened in the exit interviews last year. Just, I don't know. I don't know if he pushes the guys hard enough. Yeah, but $30 million for 2 years for the Home Run Derby, and it was now a dying format. I will say, hopefully they at least show the balls getting hit on like ESPN. I don't like the format of the Home Run Derby. It's just too chaotic. It's too much. It's way too much. The Cowboys have a lot of primetime games. Yeah, I mean, they always do. They're the Cowboys. The most popular team in the world. When you say the timeouts, Ryan, I hope so. Believe me, you and me both. I hope so. I hope we don't use any timeouts. I want this game over with. Just get out of here. No injuries. The guys played a lot. Don't compound anything. Just get it out of the way. Yeah, more questions from Ryan. Yeah, I mean, the Jaguars, there's no questions for the Jaguars, really. It's really, none of the guys played. We know Cam Little was great today. Logan Cook had a good game. Chad Muma sucked. He's not making the team, I don't think. Really, the question is who makes it, Danny Stringer or BJ Green? One of those guys is going to make it, I think, on the defensive line. They'll be the final defensive lineman. I don't know who it's going to be. They both played well today. It should be an interesting cuts for the 53. Mertz, 14 for 16. Good for him, man. I did not expect that. I was like, what were they doing when they drafted him? Well, going to say Duval. Sean McVay, Hall of Fame caliber coach when he retires, if he coaches what he has. Oh, 100%. 100%. Not right now, but if he coaches another 10 years at this level, makes 2 more Super Bowls, 100%. Yeah, no, if he continues at this level, it's not even close, actually. Show if he continues at this level. Give him another, I mean, he's only 39 years old. Let's say he coaches till he's 60. At this rate, I mean, he's going to go over 200 wins. He has a Super Bowl. Yeah, he's easily Hall of Famer at that point. If you're not wrong on that one, Sports Talk. Something that sports provides that TV does not anymore. Week 0 become the new week 1 if the NFL were to move the start of the season on Labor Day? Yes. I think college football should start a week earlier because everyone's back in college right now. So I think college football should actually start with a week -1. New preseason champions? The Bears. And the Giants. Bears and the Giants. The Hill for Jennings swap? I'd be surprised. I would be surprised. First down, the 35-yard line. I formation here. Do not call timeout, Jacksonville. Please do not call timeout. Just end this game. Handoff. No gain. Please, Cohen, do not stop the clock. Demolis be on the hot seat after 1 game. No, he's not on the hot seat after 1 game. No, he's not on the hot seat after 1 game. Look, Nick Saban lost to an FCS school his first year. Was on the hot seat. Worked out pretty well. I think they stopped the clock. Yeah, Bears are preseason champions every year. Yep, it's like the Jaguars were obviously the champions like 6 years in a row. 2nd and 10. Good performance to everyone on the Dolphins. I don't know about that. Timeout. We have another commercial break because that drive by Hennigan was so long that they got to squeeze some more commercials in. Oh, jeez. Texas Blue Blood? Yes, I would say so. Oh, this game just needs to end. Why are we taking TV timeouts with under 2 minutes to go in a preseason game? That Hennigan drive was perfect. It was like 9 minutes long. It was beautiful. No one got hurt. The clock kept moving. Just get out of the way. Yeah, we got a win-win. Yes, we got a win-win on that one. Yeah, Green Bay started 0-3, then winning like 4 or 5 in a row. Ooh, that's bold. Oh, yeah, back in the day, Washington. Oh, yeah, 2000. I mean, they were like the best team of all time in the offseason. Yeah, I don't think everyone played well today. I'm going to take a while. I don't think everyone played well for the... I don't think everyone played well for the Dolphins. The offensive line, a lot of concerns. Into Ron Jersey. Ooh. Hey, Bama fan was insanely skeptical about Saban after that loss to ULM. Yeah, I'm assuming they were. There were some people. Turn the TV off. Kendrick Lamar. I mean, this is such a long TV timeout. Liam Cohen, please just save us from this madness. Just let this game end. Like, we've seen everything we need to. Like, cut my own hair? I have someone else. I do not cut my own hair. There's a barbershop right next to me, so I go there once a month. Yeah, Texas is back. Yeah, I mean, that question, it was every single year with that. Yeah, that would trade draft picks. Yeah, that was the old strategy by George Allen back in the day of trade away your picks. So have to really buy it in today's market. I had a Cubs Angels. I just need this game to end. That's a pretty good analogy, World Series, dude. You're not wrong on that one. I'm assuming, at least. At least for me, at least. Second down. Come on, just get a first down, Miami. Just get a first down. They swing it out. Come on, break the tackle. Break the tackle. End this game, Muma. Oh, thank God. Okay, they got on Muma, too. Shan Muma's so bad. They got on Muma. That's going to end the game. Jags will not call any timeouts. They can't. Okay, thank God. At least it happened against Muma. He's not going to make the team. Muma sucked today. Muma sucked. That's going to do it. Thank God. Thank God. And now they'll take some knees and get out of here. Okay. Thank God that's over with. No, they're still calling plays. No. Don't call plays, Miami. No, stop. Just take a knee. Take a knee. Stop calling plays. No, do not call plays, Miami. They're going to throw. Jesus. Well, at least it's caught. They stay in bounds. Just get this game over with. How mad am I? Like a -1? I'm more upset that Miami's calling plays. Just want this game to end. No one gets hurt. Just get this game done with. We've seen everything we needed to. I don't want anyone getting hurt. I just want this game over. No one got hurt today. I just want this done. The Dolphins call timeout. Oh wait, did we call time? Who called timeout? Oh my God! Just take a knee. Oh my God! This is just. I want to do OT. Every second this game keeps going on is a second I can't do OT. That's another thing too. Every additional second this goes on is an additional second I can't do overtime. Oh, man. Well, someone called timeout. I don't know who it was. The scoreboard didn't update. All right. No, you're not wrong on that one, Cujo. I just want this to be done with. I just want this. I mean, there's nothing more you can learn after 1 or 2 more snaps at this point. All right, clock's running. It was official timeout. It was an official timeout. Nothing happened. Official timeout. Dolphins going to keep running plays. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. 20 seconds to go. Ewers pass behind the line. It's caught to the 8-yard line. Called a gain of 2 for Theo Weiss. Clock's going to run. Tick, 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 tick. Just get this over with. And McDaniel will not call a timeout. Okay, that's your ball game. That's your ball game. 14-6 your final. Let's have a Viscal schedule. All good Golden Seal. Totally get it. It was chippy enjoying practice. I know that. It was chippy enjoying practice. It was very chippy enjoying practice when the teams met on Thursday. McDaniel runs off into the tunnel. Dolphins win 14-6. That's your final. And a bizarre ending to that game. And McDaniel, he gives the Fins up after a preseason win? He does the Fins up after a preseason win. Okay. Pack for the Pats after the preseason loss? Oh, 0. These guys aren't going to make the team. These guys that are not going to make the team. All right, let's do some OT. Why not? So because Cujo won, let's just check the leaderboard. Jackson donated. And no one else in the top 3 donated. So let's see. Jackson gets 20 added to the Boise game. Cujo gets 30. And then another 30 for being the most time in front. So, let's do some OT. Why not? Why not? 5 minutes on the clock. You see what it takes to get into the queue. Any donation. Increase time we're on stream. Once the clock is 0, that's the end of the stream. And you did win. There you go. There you go. Got the dub. All right, so Jaguars lose 14-6. They finished the preseason winless 0-2-1. And now the games count in 2 weeks' time. But no one got hurt today. And that's all I care about. And Chad Muma did not make the team after today's game. So, yeah. Put the bonus. Oh, NC State. Okay. Yeah, put the bonus points to NC State. All right. So 60 points going in there. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that was one of the preseason games of all time. That was, I mean, Bears Chiefs was fun. That was something different. That was something very different. Michael Latimer, sell out. All right, by no effects. Appreciate you, man. And then world's worst can opener, put it to a vote. And Michael wants a vote as well. So we will do that. Hang on, give me a second here. Chat with me, so bad. So bad. He's been bad his whole Jaguar career. So at least this solidified it. The fact that he was the guy that ended the game, yeah. Genty boys sticking. How do we tell him? How do we tell him? Down with the ship. Down with the shipness. Appreciate you, Michael. Get you on. Moody missed a PAT. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that field goal against the Raiders was one of those win the battle, lose the war kind of things. Because I think he's going to make the team now, but he should not. Yeah, but do not worry about the Patriots after their Week 3 game. Do not worry about that. Yeah, they're guys that aren't playing. I'm not worried about this game for the Jaguars at all. I think Hennigan's better than Wolford. I like Jackson. We'll keep on the practice squad. It's going to be tough between Green and I think Green's going to get the final spot on the roster for the defensive line. Winners throughout the season? I'm going to say fact. I'm going to say fact. I think long-term, the best thing that could happen to the Niners was Moody missing that field goal against the Raiders. Because now I think you're kind of stuck with him. All right, I'll put this. Neil with a $5 read the email chain. I say you walk into the subject New Fox bug. Appreciate you, Neil. Appreciate you. I should note for this one, I do have a hard out at 11 o'clock Eastern time. I should note that I have a hard out at 11 o'clock Eastern. But, Tustin Jucker. All right, read on stream or just read it to myself and then comment on it? Which one do you want me to do? Just read on stream or come on? Which game do you want, Neil? Which game do you want? If I to, yeah, I don't know which college football game. If I had to guess, I would say Buffalo, Minnesota, but I have no idea. I have no idea on that one. So we have Fox, they're sticking with the college bug from last year. Oh God. That bug is so bad. Read on stream. All right, I'll read on stream. Perfect. All right. No effects. Sellout. That bug sucks so much. All right, sellout. And then you want Boise, all right? Boise commanding lead right now. Appreciate you, Neil, as always. You see what it takes to get in. We do have a hard out at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Or maybe 11:10. Depends on how it's going. But so there's a band I like that is playing downtown that I am going to see tonight. But at least Flick on the game clock are next to each other. At least that's a positive, yeah. That's a positive. It's the bare minimum. That's something at least. Next week, people for Junior League's many teams training camp starting next week. Did not know that. CBS stuck in the 2010s. I'm fine with CBS's graphics. I'm fine with them. I don't have a problem with what CBS is doing. I like their graphics package. It's consistently good. I'm fine with that. Compared to Fox, which is oof. Dolphins should trade for Slater. I don't think they want to get rid of him. Put on Delaware. Oh, you misspoke. All good. All good. All good. Put on Delaware. All right. Okay, let's see. So I just turned on the Bills-Bears game to get a glimpse of the bug. Definitely made improvements. Yep, they did. You're not wrong there. They definitely made improvements. All right, Boise with commanding win, so $6 going there. Minimalist graphics. Well, minimalist, there's a difference between minimalist and not having a background. Definitely made improvements. Your biggest complaint was down distance between 2 4 with the game clock. Yes, it was. The update bug is more vertically narrowed to the point where you can see both down distance and the game clock in your field of vision without having to really move your eyes. It's better than what it was, but still, do not tell me. All good. All good. I like it. Abrupt ending, too, on that one. How's it going, Badger? Watching NASCAR. Yep, Delaware, first D1 game. Delaware. This is the only day for this to make the call. So keep that in mind. This is the only day for this to make the call. ESPN's bug for college football. I love that one. I love it. Down with the ship. Coming up next. Okay, let's see. More vertically narrow. Yes, I did notice that. It's better. It's not like what NBC currently has. Let me see. NBC, it's way closer. But yeah, down just off center too, but it's close enough to the game clock where you don't have to move your eyes too much to look at it. You have to move your eyes a little bit, Fox, compared to NBC. Serves maybe possession indicator. Yep. The lack of background still a problem. Yes, 100%. I'm still worried about snow graphics. Okay, bot. The game is over. The game ended. I don't know why the bot. It looks like a bigger version of college football graphics. No, it's what they had last year. I'm fine with it. The wiper graphics going in and out replay still the exact same from last season. Did not see that. You may have already noticed wiper graphics are usually one time only if you remove the logo, replace with the NFL and so network logo. The one problem I noticed is that when the away team is the ball, down distance further away from the game clock because they don't switch the positions of the play clock. Yes, that's the thing. That's what it is. Yeah, for the home team, it's different. For the home team, yeah, home team versus road team, it's very different. Home team, it's manageable. Road team, not so much. Yeah, UNLV, yeah, it was rough today. It was rough. They were trailing the fourth quarter. Right, and then there's Cracker Barrel. Yes. Don't be like Cracker Barrel. So let's see. Improvement over what they had during the Super Bowl, which when you also think about the scorebook CBS used for 50 and the slight change they made after the poor reception, why the network doing the Super Bowl doesn't just test run a bug during the playoffs, gauge the viewer's reaction to it, and fine-tune it so there's as few complaints as possible with the Super Bowl. Well, they want people talking. They want to debut during the Super Bowl. They want people talking about it. They want to stay in the news cycle. They want people to watch the game, too, for the bug. Where's the rank one of the worst Super Bowls of all time? It's bottom 3. I'd say bottom 3. Yeah, the links have never worked. Fantastic. The drumming on this is crazy, too, with the fills. It's like every beat there's a fill. This is nuts. This X point again. Well, I made a 59-yarder, though, so he's going to be safe for another 5 years last week. Only network I know if they did that was NBC when they did for Super Bowls 46 and 49 debut new graphics for the playoffs, used for the one game they did during each of the playoffs, as well as other sporting events, then used the graphics during the Super Bowl when they didn't see many placement viewers. Yes. Well, NBC usually does not. Yeah, they take it with the crackers. They took our jobs. But then again, networks debut bugs for first time at all the time during the Super Bowl. Yep. 35, 40, 43, 47, 50, 52, 4, 5, 6, 7. None of the bugs we've complaints I know of at the time. No, not really. Not really. None of the bugs went any changes for during the following season. Only 50 and 59 were slightly changed because complaints. And social media influence, yeah, that definitely changed a lot too as well. Social media influence changed a lot. Yeah, I did see that with Sanders. Yeah, you can't punch a player. You can't punch a player. Right, NBC always switched their bugs in January before the host of the Super Bowl. Yes, they did. Yeah, the last two bugs, I think the problem was that the Fox bug, the last one was pretty good, and the CBS bug was pretty good, and then they changed it. The Nickelodeon bug was also better than CBS at the time, but they changed the font, which was good. Because of the poor reception of the last two Super Bowl score bugs, my advice for networks now on, if you're scheduled to do the Super Bowl, you want to introduce a new graphics package, or score bug, test it on other games or other games you do beforehand to see how viewers react to it. Make changes to prior to the Super Bowl. Yeah, for the dry run, I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea. Care less about the logo, the fact they want to change the interior. Yeah, the interior, it's so sterile, it's so bland. I don't think we're getting rid of it. Again, they work with the tribe. They work hand in hand with the tribe, so it's a lot different. They literally work hand in hand with the tribe. All right, worst can opener. What would do that? Okay, play clock, 2-4 with the look up on the home team has the ball. Yes, it is. And then you measured it. My complaints are justified. On my TV, the down just half-inch thick. Yeah. Taking that into account, inches of space on the game clock. Bottom of the ruler forming a straight line. Yep. Extend the lines of the edge of the scorebook still above. Yes. More than a half inches of space below the game clock they use for the play clock. Yes, that is a problem. That is a problem. Like, you shouldn't have to adjust your eyes when there is plenty of space. You are right on that one, Neil. And because there's no defined bottom, yeah, I think the bottom's going to change depending on the team. Like, the teams with more vertical logos, like the Chargers, the Ravens, versus teams with more or horizontal logos versus vertical logos. Lance should be 2 over Heineke. He should be. Good for him. He earned it this preseason with how he played. He earned it. Versus teams with vertical logos like the Bears, Cowboys. It's going to be a lot different, I think. What about NBC make a 3 for 3 introduce a new bug for 60 has a lot of complaints? Oh, I don't think so. NBC's usually pretty good. I think they're going to make very minimal changes. I think NBC is going to do a good job with their bug. I'm not too worried about them. All right, world's worst can opener. Similar shit. Well, I mean, they got permission to do it. I think that is their war cry. The world's worst can opener. There we go. Second, yeah, that's a problem. Their automatic can openers suck. But this one also sucks. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get the Stanford game, because I got taken off CBS for the Cardinals preseason game. Was it bad to get people talking? No. No, I think they were trying to do something and failed miserably. Yeah, Kyle Allen QB2, that's not a good sign. Collapse down. Prevents the magnet from ever falling to the magnet. That is great. Right now, it's preseason, yeah. I'm more happy as a Jaguar fan than I'd be as a Dolphin fan with how the offensive line looked. Chance 3 is still. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the Braves took it in 91 on the suggestion of Deion Sanders. Deion brought it over to Atlanta, so you can thank him for that. 3.3. How do I get 3.3? Trying to figure out how to get 3.3. Channel 3.3. No, not 33. 3.3. Man, there were traps everywhere around there. God. That was so good. The magnet to the magnet was incredible. Yeah, the interior, I don't get why. Channel 3.3. No, not 33. How do I... There's no point button on my remote. So I don't even know how you... Stanford versus Hawaii. Yeah, it takes me to the Raiders game. Oh, man. Partial NBC Sports can live in a TV market where each station is based in a different region. So, for example, my NBC station, local news for more West Kentucky, is based in West Kentucky. That makes sense. That makes sense. In bigger markets, it's a lot different. The offensive line, yeah, it's a problem. Offensive line is a problem. All right. Clock is at 0, so $5 or more gets you in at this point. $5 or more gets you in. Decimal channels? Well, this is like alternate channel. I'll have to find a stream somewhere for that one. Have to find a stream. It's all good. So good. It was on CBS, but because Arizona has the Cardinals rights, they took it off the game. So they kind of hided it. 59 laps to Daytona. All right. I see what it takes to get into the queue. Donate. All right. All good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. You're good, Cujo. You're good. I'll allow it. Because that was quick. That was quick. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'm gonna put 3 more minutes back on the clock. Why not? Because that was quick. The game was quick. The OT was quick. I'm gonna put 3 more minutes back on the clock. Never mind. I'll put 3 on the clock. Because that was quick. That was super quick. Right, it got moved because of the Cardinals game. But I'll put 3 on the clock. So you can do anything for that one. You can still donate. I'll allow it because it was quick. I don't think I reset it all the way now that I think about it. So you're good, Cujo. If you want to do another sim, you're good. You're good on that one if you want to do another sim. I will allow it. You are totally fine. CBS station based in Southeast Missouri, so it focuses more on Southeast Missouri. ABC Southern Illinois, so local food news focuses more on Southern Illinois. At least you get like the best of everything. Versus you get the same market. I at least get that. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, it's that network. CBS Sports Network? I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Now, again, they're showing Sam Houston State, West Kentucky. Oh, man. Well, that sucks. Yeah, because you're good. You're good if you want to do it. CBS station mostly Boston-based. Yeah, I mean, mine is all Phoenix-based. Mine is all Phoenix-based. Cujo, Reese 85, just to see the Bears dominate again. All right, we'll do that. Appreciate you, man. And I will assume you want the Delaware State game on that one. Why is Stanford popular matchup? Well, it's a close game right now. Hug me, brother. All right, we'll do that. Appreciate you. Keller. Get you on the boys a game. Airing everything with no preemptions. That's the key. That's the key. No preemptions. That's key. Okay, give me a second here. 227 plus 199. Yeah, local over the air, yeah. Falcon fans, look away at the donation total. Look away at that. All right, let me just make sure I got everything in really quickly, and then we will do that. So 2 more bucks going to the Delaware game, and $2 on Boise. Let's resim, and then hug me brother for 85. I'm assuming you just want to start the divisional round like the other ones. But let's see this. How many Cubs fans are there in Iowa compared to Cardinals fans? I'm assuming it's mainly Cubs fans. For the ministry left of the hype it got by tribute times? I mean, it was a boring game. It was just a boring game. Just glad it's over with no injuries. Yeah, Albuquerque pretty split between the Broncos and the Cowboys. Yes, there was a whole controversy. We did a video on it a while ago with that one. Uvalde? I do not remember where it was for that one. I think I woke up to that news. I want to say I woke up to that news. $5 minimum? No, you're good. You're good. It's not $5 minimum. You're good. I reset it. So it's not $5 minimum. You're good. Okay, resim 85 playoffs. Let's do that. Then we'll go hug me brother on that one. Watch the montage. All right, perfect. Oregon's version of Shout. Ooh, okay, we'll do that. Since you're in Eugene right now. There you go. There you go. Appreciate you, man. I got Evan with the fiber. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I was gonna ask how you did for the reporting. It was your first time. Hard out is at 11:15 Eastern time. Which game do you want, Evan? Appreciate you, man. I finished reporting my first team. Kind of boring team I covered and lost by quite a bit. Yeah, that sometimes happens. That's the thing with sports. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you just never know. Feel like it was after how I did? Yeah, we'll get the hang of it. I mean, the first time is always going to be rough. Like, there was stuff I did and said the first time I covered a game was high point against NCAA in volleyball. And there are things I would not say nowadays. Nothing inappropriate. It was like stuff that like, it was like, this doesn't really fit the flow of the broadcast. And then I'm a slime Frank Zappa SNL. All right, appreciate you. Reset the clock load. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want, Evan? Get you on the call for it. Yeah, you'll get the hang of it. You'll get the hang of it. That's anything. The first time is always tough. Boise State. All right, perfect. $9 going to Boise. Or actually, no. Actually, hang on. 212, 217, and then 227 because that's a triple because there's no request attached to it. Just saying the emails with you also know which one's so perfect. All right, all good, all good. See what EJ Warren's bounced around college? Yeah. Anything special for 25th anniversary of Remember the Titans? I don't know. I have nothing planned personally, but great movie. One of the best football movies ever made. Waterboy top 3 football movie all time? I would say no on that. Now there's a lot of picks to choose from, but I would probably lean no on that one. All right, so let's sim these playoffs from 85. I appreciate all you guys a ton. I do have a hard out at 11:15, but we have plenty of time for that. Let's see what we got here. Simply 25 Scream. Okay, here we go. Just from the divisional round on. So we're going to start with... Not that. Maybe more polish and get better? Yeah, absolutely. Again, the first time is always going to be tough. The first time, you're learning on the fly. No one's good the first time out. There's stuff like you do videos the first time, and then you do videos a bunch more times after that. You're like, wait, these videos sucked. Or you read articles that you wrote a while ago, and like, these sucked. Or like you listen to yourself back in the day calling games, like, I was terrible at this. Like, that's normal. That's normal. Okay, Dolphins win that one, 20-9. Next up, Raiders against the Patriots. Raiders win 28-23 in that one. So now Patriots, Raiders. Now the Dolphins were the 1. So give me a second here. You want to switch out? You know, it's not a bad idea. You know, just get more comfortable, more in the flow. We're going to make it very rainy like it was during the actual game. And the Raiders going to the Super Bowl. Whoa, the Raiders going there. Okay. So the Raiders in Super Bowl 20 on their resim. Now on the NFC side, we're going to have the Cowboys against the Rams. Glory Road, solid movie. Solid movie. Watched it a while ago. Yeah, longest start, yeah. And the Rams blow them out. Now we get to the good stuff. Now we're going to see the Bears dominate. And we're going to make it cold. We'll make it, I don't know, 20 degrees. You ain't real with the Bears. Well, that was how it was in real life. 20 degrees. Bears win 34-10. Bears against the Rams. Rematch. 20 degrees. Bears win 23-6. It's funny. The sim has the other team scoring 16 points versus 0 in real life. We're starting to do a video where they redo every NFL season condition every game at halftime. Oh, man. Well, Super Bowl 51 will be a heck of a lot better. I can tell you that much. Be a heck of a lot better. And then they play the other LA team, the Super Bowl. We'll play it at the Superdome. And the Chicago Bears are your world champions. 13-0, a shutout. A shutout in the Super Bowl. Wow. A pick 6. No offensive points to that game. Friday the 13th. I've not seen those movies, no. I've not seen all of them. Wow, no offensive points in the Super Bowl. It's a pick 6 and then 2 field goals. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. Shutout in the Super Bowl. First time ever. 4-6 defense against the Bears. Yeah, it wouldn't be close. It wouldn't be close. Lord Payton? No. The touchdown was a pick 6. No one offensively scored a touchdown. It was a 2 field goals and a pick 6. All right, next up, Hug Me Brother montage. That was a good sim. Only scores a defense player. Yep. God, that game would better than the game we got. First game was invitational, so I had to say 9-5. Oh yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help either. But they'll get better. Believe me, the first few games I sucked at everything I did, but they get better. Okay, all the clips. Here we go. Man. Yeah, Josh looks so different between season 1 and 2. It looks so different. Fair tell. I don't know what happens if you sim it. Yeah, the Hollywood one looks so weird. I love the Dr. Drake episode. In season 4, Josh looks so good. I really thought I didn't realize they did this like only every now and then. Like they only did this in like 7 episodes. Yeah, 41-24. High scoring game. News to feel more my element? Yes. Looks the same paper, there are some things that are different. Yeah, every foreign media is very different. Every foreign media is very different. Yeah, they never did in the finale. They never did in Really Big Shrimp. I didn't realize that. You know, Josh, he lost the weight. He put in the work. He looks good now. He looks good. But around adjusted defense, I don't think so. He was so stubborn. I don't think he would have adjusted it. I really don't. During the week, we had underside of our camera cruiser clean. My dad said go 5 miles an hour faster. Now, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. That's awesome. I'm glad we starting everything, like, everything's starting to get better with your dad and whatnot, and with the camel cruiser and all that. Rob with the tour, appreciate you, man. Which game do you want to get you on the call for? I don't think Sean was going to be a good coach. He was not a good OC at all. I don't think he was. Worst score by star playoff game? Ryan Lindley. 70-win Bulls for 73-win Warriors, best of 7. All right. We'll do that. Which game do you want, Rob? Appreciate you, man. Get you on the call. Get you on Boise. All right. All right, so the 70-win Bulls. What year was that? I know the 72. I know the 72-win Bulls. Okay, no, 72-win Bulls. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you meant. Just want to make sure. All right, we'll do that now. 72-win Bulls. Sure, if doesn't get injured with the repeat 86, it's close. I mean, defensively they were better. It's close. I don't know if the Giants, but they have a shot. I think they make it to the NFC Championship at least. All right. Best of 7 series. 95-96 Bulls. Worst quarterback conference title? Dieter Brock could be. It could be Dieter Brock. Josh Johnson didn't start the game, but for all intents and purposes, he was the starter. So if it's not that, I mean, that's the winner. But if we're counting like back in the day, the conference title in '65, the Colts against the Packers, the starting quarterback was Lenny Moore, the running back. So I guess that's the winner. Like if we're counting that, if we're counting Colts Packers in 1965, or no, Tom Matty, I should say. Tom Matty was a running back, not Lenny Moore. Tom Matty. I don't want to say Lenny Moore. All right, let's do this sim. Here we go. Wait, hang on, wrong thing. Wrong Bulls team. Let's change it. Game 1, Warriors. Game 2, Bulls. Yeah, Marlins, I think, 8.5 out. I think they're done. Game 3, Warriors. Game 4, Bulls. Game 5, Warriors. Steph with 49 that one. Game 6, Bulls. Wow. Game 7. Warriors 117-108. Warriors in 7. Yeah, I like having different bugs for conferences. I did like that. But I will say, if you're going to pick a bug, I do like the SEC bug a lot. If you're going to pick a bug, I do like that one. And because that's placed there now, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock. So Warriors in 7 on that sim. All right, Oregon Shout. All right. We're going to go with the 1 in 4K. I think the Heat win that one. Well, 13, I don't know. 12, definitely the Heat. Such a cool tradition. The most underrated ones. Especially Under the Lights. Oh, man. Label Outlaw. Okay. Outlaw. Channel 122. Yeah. you saved me on that one, Kevin. You saved me on that one. My God, it's in SD. It's in standard definition. Oh my God. I can see the pixels. Fogwell, the craziest weather game ever played? Yeah, I mean, we'll never see that again, I don't think. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Kevin. I would never have found that. It's in standard definition. I'll take anything I can get at this point. Yeah, it's Daniel Scorebook. The only problem is that it's too thick. Yes, it is very thick, but beggars can't be choosers compared to the alternatives we got. Yeah, paint on that one. I can't wait for when I do the haze. The call and response to the song is goated. The call and response is goated. I should say $25 by any one person in one shot. The song is the middle. What shows the old network shows? I think so, yeah. They're showing Bronco Billy, or they're supposed to. Then Hell on the Border. Paid programming. Technical difficulties? Oh, even better. Even better. Alright, here we go. Time for the call and response. Alright, the clock's officially at 0, so $5 more gets to it at this point. The clock's officially at 0. Here we go. Picking up. Here we go. You filled the potato? Well, then just the network. Because the game was fine on CBS. It was on HD on CBS. Man, the call and response is so good in this song. It's like the only thing that justifies a 3.5-minute timeout. Well, Zex, yeah, I don't know what... I don't know if he's in custody. I know, or if he's in the hospital, or what. I don't know what's... It says he's going to remain jailed through the weekend. Remain jailed through the weekend. And he's going to be hospitalized. Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to... Yeah, he's going to be in jail till Monday at least. He's going to be in jail till Monday. And then he's going to go to the hospital. Yeah, he's not well. He hasn't been well for a while. He is clearly not well. That's such a cool tradition. Yeah, Marlins... Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. With topping him for more embarrassing. All right. Now Frank Zappa time. Again, $5 more gets to it at this point. What did he do? He was walking around the streets of LA naked at 4 in the morning. People thought it was drugs. Mountain West Network is free on other games. Yes. Yes. Better than Flow Sports. Yeah, that was it was live. I was able to watch for free. Vern Lundquist, yeah, he was very good. In his prime, he was very good. All right. Frank Zappa, here we go. A worse streak of celebrity deaths than Ozzy, Hulk, and Rhino. 09 was pretty bad. In the summer of 09, that week with, I think it was with Billy Mays, Gary Coleman, Farrah Fawcett, and Michael Jackson. And that was like in the span of like 4 days. You know, Lil Nas X, I mean, you don't mock religion. That's what, you don't knock people's religion like that. The way that he did it. He was also trying to be way too offensive for shock value. And he forgot the fact he has to make good music. He forgot that fact. Yeah, Lady Gaga knew when to pivot. Lil Nas X doesn't have a talent to pivot. Lil Nas X doesn't have a talent to pivot. Entry Billy Mays, that was like June 09. It's like June 26, 2009, around there. I get 9 back now. Oh yeah, Swayze, yeah. I don't remember that South Park episode. I don't remember that one. Phil Swift for Flex Seal, baby. Hang on, I just found something out. I don't know how this song work live. I'm excited to see the SNL version. Yeah, I remember the SNL. I remember that. That was a big death, yes. And some was going to have a TV set from the late 60s, early 70s, where what most people have in the living room set. Those kind of TV sets. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my grandma had those, yes. Oh, yeah, the Jeff Foxworthy joke, yes. It's a sick guitar solo. Hey, Prince Diana and Mother Teresa, yeah, that was, yeah. Oh, yeah. Old Town Road, good song. Catchy and good, but I really like... I like the remix of Billy Ray Cyrus better. Yeah, you're right on that one, Sports Talk. Also, like, shock value only takes you so far, especially today. Like, Lady Gaga was smart. She knew when to pivot. She knew when to pivot to talent. Lil Nas X doesn't have the talent to do it. He was just shock value for the sake of offending everyone and alienating people. Lady Gaga wasn't shock in terms of offending people. Lady Gaga was shock value for, like, so people pay attention to her. And then once she got big, she started relying on her talent, realizing that she couldn't keep doing it. Lil Nas X was just shock value, shock value, shock value, while doing the same thing over and over again. And eventually, it got stale. All right, now let's see the SNL version. From 1976 to one of the earlier episodes. Is this the first season? Is this the first season of SNL? Or second season? Well, because that's how it starts, Toasted. 500 to 5K. I mean, that's how it starts. I mean, that's great. That's phenomenal. But it's one of those things where You get hooked. You get addicted. So it's one of those things where, yes, you're up 4,500, which is incredible, but it's one of those things where it could very easily become an addiction the other way. TV cabinet in the 60s that had TV from the late 80s installed in it. You could easily set a modern TV on top and make it look good. Oh, that's awesome. Second season? Oh, yeah. Marlins make the playoffs? I think so. Next season? Yeah. All right, here we go. So, 76 version. How does this song sound live is what I'm interested in. Yeah, you're right on that one, Sports Suck. Yeah, yeah, that's up there. Oh, the camera just going on the drum. Oh, with the reflection? Oh, that's cool. That is cool with the reflection on the drum. Especially for a live shot. The song is more relevant now than it was back then. Great songs sound lackluster live. Ooh. Just in terms of, like, production? Like, not because, like, they can't sing live. Like, it's if they can't sing live. Just in terms of, like, how to do it. Oh, man. In terms of the harmony, like, songs that just can't be replicated live because of the harmonies and the studio version. Man. I don't know. Like I said, it's a good song. So I hate 74? No, 74 sucks as a year. Not that 14 through 18 were any good, but 15 was good. 14 through 18 were not good. But 74, oof, that was rough. Hey, T-Pain song? Well, T-Pain actually sounds good live. That's right, T-Pain actually has a good voice. The South Park, I remember that episode. I do not remember that one. But the one that... sounds a good song. Yeah, live TV, yeah, like TV, and it's even more relevant now than it was back then. I'm trying to think of songs that, like, production-wise are just great, but live, just impossible to pull off. Turkey Jones, Slam and Retro. I mean, that was a dirty play. Top 5 dirtiest? I mean, you're looking at Aziz, Charles Martin. Yeah, probably top 5. Probably top 5. Cubs Grand Slam. Is that one over already? Man, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like... And a fade-out ending? Oh, well, that might be just for the rerun. December 20 Drive. Yep. 2017. Oh, man. I'm trying to think on that one. Songs that had, like, crazy production that you couldn't replicate it live. I know Weird Al will never do Hardware Store live because it's impossible. Bruno Mars, he had to get to say goodbye in his sets for a little bit, and then was like, yeah, this song's impossible to sing live. I can't do it. So I guess that one. That song's incredible. Yeah, Boston debut album, yeah, so clean sounding. And you have to remember, too, it was produced in a garage. It was one man. It was one man after working his day job. Like, the story behind how Boston made their first album is insane. It's insane. And, yeah, Bruno Mars, the final song on 24 Karat Magic. Great song, but impossible to do live. It's so high up. All right, last call for anything in the queue. Last call for anything in the queue. $5 gets you in at this point. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. And I think, yeah. Is that their debut? I don't know if that's their debut or not. It's a good album. Is your hard time playing Blue Monday live because it was synth technology? Yeah. Yeah, I might do it. Yes. Yes. Date tonight where I got a ball? No, I do not have a date tonight. There's a band playing downtown that I really like that I'm going to see. And they sometimes let me on stage and sing, so it should be interesting. I might see if I can get a recording. Of if I go on stage, because it's good. They're good. Yeah, no, I'm not. Look, I think our third stringers look great against the first string for Miami. Defensive line, we got some depth for the first time in forever, it seems like. We're going to have some tough cuts. I like how to get married to Wolford. I mean, Chad Mooman's not on the team anymore, I'm assuming, after that performance, so that's good. And no one got hurt. So, yeah. Claim through a touchdown? Oh, let's go. Finally. I think I got Fajoko's autograph during the, when I was in camp. I think I got his autograph. So good for him. Happy for him. All right. Tomorrow we're going to be live for Yankees Red Sox. And last call for anything. Any request? Last call for anything. Otherwise, we're going to call it here. Do another Make the Call tomorrow for a baseball game on Wednesday. And because the leader in the clubhouse, Cujo, did donate during OT, so that counts because he's the leader. So $30 added to, actually, $30 to not be added to Boise. $30 to be added to this game, but not that it makes a difference. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in. Click that link above if you haven't seen today's video. We do talk about the Steelers' Merrill Hodge and a thing that he said that raised a few eyebrows. I'll put it that way. Not the smartest tool in the shed, I'll put it that way. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in. Dolphins win 14-6. The games start counting for the NFL in 10 days' time. I'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming Yankees Red Sox. I don't have a hard out for that one. I still can go another 45 minutes, but unless we get any requests, so I'll do the sign off. And again, click the link above if you haven't seen today's video. A new video dropping 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow if all goes according to plan. Don't know what it's going to be on yet, but I will let you know. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And the Dolphins win by 8 in the final preseason game of the season.